The sound of mining picks echoes through the tunnels. Cling, 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 cling. Several cloaked figures move in the darkness. They're shouting. Victory-style shouting. Several of the figures move over to the corner where multiple Dragonborn are digging in the tunnels. One of them pulls back his hood, revealing a gold-scaled Dragonborn. It smirks and says, "We found it." So, when we left you guys last time, you were at the Hive Spire. You rescued the Queen. You chased off the Drow. You accomplished some pretty great things while you were there. Ziz, thanks to the telepathic bond you guys all share in, got to, for the first time in a very long time, hear the song of his people. And that was pretty cool. He did something that's kind of akin to Tricrene crying. He was so moved by the event and what had happened. And you guys wrapped that up. You were able to identify that the Drow were indeed members of the Pentad cult. And that's about where we left off. So, do you have any questions before we fast forward back to your keep?
This is sort of a tangential topic question thing, but for Ziz, would a helm of telepathy, would that help him at all, or something similar? If the telepathic link that we all share,
it might
somewhat connected him.
We could just convince him to become a Fey bard or a Fey warlock. We know a guy that might want to be his patron. Guys, if Filbert becomes a Fey patron, I'm going to be so excited. I want that. I want that so bad. Can Filbert be Ziz's Fey patron?
Filbert's dead.
Right.
Did you know how I know Filbert's dead? It has been 2 episodes since anybody accidentally said his name.
That's fair. That's fair. However, that doesn't mean he can't be a patron, does it?
Yeah, because he doesn't have any power. He's dead.
I thought you get more power when you die.
Depends on where you die and in what manner you spend the afterlife.
Well, then I will introduce him to the Lady of Still Hours. And
what if some unholy necromancer brings him back
she died too. I think all we have left is that black unicorn, and he's freaking creepy.
Yep. And
there's Ulrich Zabas.
I was gonna say Ulrich.
Fake patron of junior high jokes and boners.
If we turn him into a Fey patron, I don't know if he would love it or hate it, and that makes me want it so much more. Because if he hated being a Fey patron and was like upset that there were people calling on him.
Honestly, the worst part about this
to get back at him.
The worst part about this is that I think Ziz might think that this is how people talk in like real life.
So, anyways, back on topic. Is there anything that in-game you guys want to accomplish here before heading back, or on the way back?
Other than would a helm of telepathy or something similar work on him?
It's entirely possible.
We can look into it. Those are expensive, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think he would communicate to you that the way he hears the song through this telepathic bond is not quite the same, but it's similar enough to where he's very moved by it.
If we made it specifically just to connect with the Queen, not with just everybody, would that make it cheaper, or would that make it more expensive because it's a specific?
I think we would do some rolls to see how that comes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent all our money, but I would be totally.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if I smith it and you imbue it.
Yeah. You did spend all your money in a lot of crafting points. However, it is a new month, keep-wise, and you now have, I think, like 6,800 gold. It's in granted back income, which I have the Discord up right now on that, so let me look. Yeah, 6,800 gold.
If we find a dead Tricrene, I could take it apart and find out if we could actually just link it straight into his brain.
Honestly, there's probably.
At all.
I mean,
like you want to turn him into a cyborg?
Yeah, why not?
There's probably a few dead ones out there from all the confusion.
There definitely are.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yep.
Jeffrey's got no problem with that.
Well, that's okay that Jeffrey doesn't. There's others that do.
Right, that's why I'm asking instead of just doing it. That's how this works, right?
Okay.
I ask.
So I think that officially brings us to a close there at the spire.
Yep.
Then you guys travel back to your hold. So let's deal with some hold business. When you return to your keep, you get an emergency message from Cadmus. They are under attack in Illinois. The entire city, the city of Capanis is under attack. He received a message, not you guys. And so he is going to the aid of that city there.
Do we have a portal there? Where was our nearest portal there?
Your nearest portal is the Mage's Tower, which is just north of Mariasi.
Oh, that's right. I thought we had.
It's an hour away from Mariasi.
Which is still like half a day from Capanis.
Yeah, it's a long
It's
way.
probably a day, at least.
And that's in Illinois. That's not even in Capanis.
Yeah.
But Capanis was also the city that walled itself off, right? Or
No,
is that
that's the other one further south. So that's Cavatos.
Vasto.
Yep. So let's do some rolling. As he is headed towards the city of Capanis with his group in tow, they are attacked along the way by several Dragonborn warriors. So this
That's
is a
bad.
combat roll. That is 17.
Oh,
That said 3 on my screen.
It bounced down from a 3 to 17 on my screen.
Wow.
So sad is the day for those Dragonborn who decided to attack Cadmus and his crew while they are on their way to save some people. He pretty much just tramples them in the road, chopping off heads as they ride by.
Yes.
like doesn't even slow down.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, I hate you, and just runs you over.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And so he gets to the city of Capanis, and there are undead crawling all over the place in this city.
That's bad.
Yep. So again, these guys need to go to town with a combat roll to weave their way through that. That is a 13. That's pretty solid. Not a terrible roll at all. So they begin cutting their way through the city. Through that, they find a group of survivors who are holed up in a building nearby that they end up freeing, who tell them that literally the undead popped up out of the ground like spring flowers. They just started bursting up out of the roads.
That's not how that's supposed to work.
Whoa.
Yep. Now, Capanis is one of the only Kren towns with a sewer, so Cadmus decides to head down into the sewers, and we need to make an investigation to see how quickly they identify the source of this problem. That's not so good. That's a 9. They're not an overly investigatory group, although they do have a ranger, so you get a little bit of a bump there. It takes them the better part of a half day. They're slowed down mostly by the tediousness of the low-level undead that are just seemingly everywhere.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say poop. I know you were going to say that's what they were slowed down by.
Because Cadmus is pooping, he's like talking to everybody while he's doing it, and they're all like,
he's
"Leave us alone! Finish your business."
That was a wonderful callback. That makes me so happy.
That's awesome. So, I don't like that. The other computer is giving me the overload message. Shouldn't be a big deal though. CPU isn't cranking too much out. Alright. So, they work their way down and they follow the sewers, and unlike a lot of places that have sewers, the Capanis sewer empties into a small portal that leads to a composting cavern, much like the one outside of Illinois, and that is where the undead are pouring out of. Like every 30 seconds or so, a group of them pops out of there. So they're at this portal. Rudy wants to make an arcane investigation on this portal. So somebody make that roll.
I'm up. Hiya. 2.
2.
Oh.
Rudy has no idea where this portal goes. He says
Yeah.
it's an actively working portal. They could enter from this side and see where it goes, but he's uncertain as to where that's going to take everybody.
Dispel magic.
He could do that. He could just shut it down.
I feel like that's what we would do if we didn't know what to do. We would just destroy it.
It's up to you guys. Do you want to shut it down, or do you want
I
to...
think either way, the 2 means that if he does try to
It'll be another roll
Poor dog.
if he wants to shut it down.
You're going to have to shut her down.
It's up to you guys.
I mean,
You
I
get a
would,
choice.
then yeah, definitely shut it down.
Do it.
All right, Rudy will need to make a dispel magic check then.
Get it, Mav.
I mean, the only thing I will say on this subject is we might be blocking a lot more than just the undead from going one way.
Yeah, well.
It might get kind of
You
smelly.
win some, you lose some. Sometimes the city gets filled with poop.
19. So Rudy backs up. He casts Dispel Magic, and the portal snaps closed just as another zombie's coming through, and it kind of gets completely bisected. Like his arms are out, and it's just topples forward as the portal snaps shut on it.
Got him.
And that closes down the undead problem. They and other people spend the next several hours eliminating what are the last of the undead in the area. They get much weaker and easier to deal with once the portal is closed.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
They'll need to let like someone know that they did that.
Nah.
Yeah, he will. That's a pretty straightforward, obvious thing. And so the city isn't too terribly happy about you shutting down their poop chute,
Yep.
but they'll take
Tony's
care
just
of
like, I'm just gonna act in chaotic good over here.
it. Better a pile of turds than swarming
Just shut it down.
skeletons and zombies.
It's fine.
So let's
No one will mind.
Let's see, what does that bring up? Oh, so the Minos group. There's something in the river near the capital city that are scaring away fishermen. Nobody's been attacked yet, but people are pretty scared. So who do you want to send to deal with whatever this is?
What if it turns out to be a female Vazugul?
Can we?
And she's just got like a nice
Are
little
they
pretty bow
available?
on top of her.
Can we convince the old men to go on a fishing trip, but not tell them that something bad is happening?
Just, hey, go fishing, but bring some weapons.
I think you could. They have returned to the keep. After
Can we do that
their
and try and
last
sell?
debacle. And fishing sounds nice to them. So you're just gonna send them fishing and not tell them what's going on?
I would like to contact the Randy
Bad
and
idea.
ask him if he'd like to secretly film that.
Oh, he's all in. He's
Yep.
all in. So they're all grumpy about it. They come back. They lost the treasure again.
Go fishing.
Tried to kill Grimble. He got away. Blah blah blah. No one's having a good time. Don't even know why we do this. We never get any treasure. And so he says fishing, and they're like, fishing, and they all run down the road with their poles and fishing hats on.
Yes. This is gonna go awesome.
Nothing's gonna go wrong here.
So they're in the boat, and somebody make a fishing check.
I mean, I only feel right.
Hopefully-
It's my fault. I'm doing it. Ah, dang it! Beat me.
So yeah, they have a pretty good day of fishing. They think the fishing's so good because nobody else is on the river. This is the quietest day in this section of the river they've had in years, and they're all talking about how good the fishing is. And Hector's fished this section quite a few times over the course of his life because he's lived here in the Southern Empire a lot longer than anybody else has.
Right.
And then the water begins to react. And so how do these guys react?
Fear. No, curiosity. Hold on. Are these guys like my dad? Because if so, they're going to throw an explosive in the water.
Well, that's what we're rolling for. What's the reaction here? Somebody make a reaction roll. Thanak, you up next?
Oh yeah, I'll make one.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Dude.
So something swirls around in the water, and Orin yells, "There's a big one!" And all of the rods go right into that one spot, and they hook into something. And at first, it's just like the reels are click, 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 and they look at them and they're waiting, and then somebody else's clicks, and then somebody else's, and it's click, 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 and then all of a sudden, the boat just starts getting yanked backwards, and they're getting pulled around the river, and they're all hooting and hollering. We need dexterity saving throws.
That's me.
So somebody make a dexterity save.
Bad.
8. Jarkin goes overboard. they're hanging on to things, and he's just like straight out of into the water, just bloosh, and he's getting yanked through, and everybody else is trying to row the boat and turn it around while they're refusing to let go of their fishing poles.
Well,
And
of course.
so now they need to save Jarkin, so Orin is going to shoot the axe buster at him and
Of
try
course
to rescue him.
Oh gosh.
Axe
Oh
buster.
gosh.
I'm so glad this turned into an episode of Grumpier Old Men.
Would he shoot the axe buster at the fish?
Well, he
can't
shoot
see
it in the
the
general direction. So let's just see. That's no good. It's way overshot. He overshoots the area he's aiming for. He hits a rock in the river, it bounces up, and it snags off to the side. Which, in the end, works out pretty well because the whole boat spins around, and now Orin has lodged himself, basically, to some rocks on the side of the river. And things begin to pull, and Jarkin is out in the water, and all of a sudden his line breaks, and then something very large comes up out of the water.
Oops.
And it looks at everybody, and it says, "Excuse me, do you know where the granite backs are?" And they realize they have hooked a giant woman with the head of a crayfish.
Oh no!
We're never gonna let this go.
Oh no!
Orin's just gonna be like, "What did my boys do?"
You sure he would be like, I'm a granite back?
Right.
Does he even know the other story?
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know that you have shared those stories.
Yes, we have
The
the
beast
beast.
would've-
head. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
would
we have-
have drank at some point.
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah,
of us.
then he totally knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He knows
Orin,
exactly who he's talking to.
Orin would have been like, Dilla, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, gross, blah, 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 blah. And he just kind of points down the river. And she's like, good, and whoosh, under the water, and she takes off.
Well, that was eventful. It was not how I thought that was going to turn out. That's fun. I love that. That's exciting.
Right on.
Mama's coming.
I feel like we're in trouble.
Yeah.
What could we possibly be in trouble for? She's just
Anything.
looking for
There's
us.
What
so
could
many
we
things.
have possibly not be in trouble for?
Seriously.
Here's the deal. We have the opportunity to introduce one of our people to become a cleric of blah, 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 blah. That's not a bad thing.
Dilla, blah,
Who?
blah.
Huh?
Who?
Anyone. We've got plenty of randos around that can be first level cleric of 50.
So, let's see, what else do we got going on here? Caves. Let's go to some caves.
Cave Johnson.
So, you get down into the caves, and your group is dealt with the giant face, and out of the top of the cavern room that the giant face is in are 2 exits. And they're not sure which one is the one the path follows, because they're very close to each other. And there is one to the south, too, but since we're sticking to the path, they're going to kind of ignore that one. So, top left or top right?
Top right.
Top right, we do.
Sure.
No, top left.
Top left.
Trying to find the map.
Fine with me.
I don't care which way we go. I was just gonna put the opposite way of Adam.
Of course.
So you do care which way we go.
Sounds about
That's
right.
true.
No.
Which map are we on?
It
Do we have a
is
map?
The cavern. I don't know if I did not post an updated one this last week. I knew I was forgetting something for you guys, and I couldn't think of what it was.
Oh, this one's in Discord, isn't it?
Yep, this one is in Discord. I keep this map in Discord. Yep. But it wouldn't matter much anyways. I mean, you can look at, if you scroll up a little bit, you can see that where the path goes. Where it bends and goes to the left, you believe that's the room you're in.
Gotcha.
So the left might be a wiser choice, but you don't know for sure. Left?
Let's.
Sure.
Yeah.
Left.
Yep.
I was
Okay.
gonna say we could just roll for it, but sure.
I like that.
So your crew follows the left path. And honestly, a lot of these passages go a long way. This one does not. And then they encounter something that they have not seen before.
Like all the rest of these things they've seen, but
Well,
this
they've
thing
seen
is new.
some kinds of stuff like this. I mean, okay, so a lot of it's new and bizarre. But people have seen underground lakes and whatnot. You know, that's entirely normal. This, however, it's this what they find is normal, but it's not something they've seen in this cavern yet. You find actual ruins.
Ooh.
There are stone huts here, very small. You can tell they were abandoned quite some time ago, but there's buildings here.
Do the Drow recognize any of these?
They believe they're Snurbleflin ruins, with the size that they're at.
Bless you.
They're too small to be dwarven ruins. Definitely too small to be Drow ruins. They could be Myconids from a smaller Myconid colony, but they don't typically build buildings. Or some other strange race, but if they're things that the Drow would be familiar with, the Deep Gnomes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does.
Um,
No one's here though. It's completely abandoned.
It definitely looks very abandoned.
Oof.
Like most of the roofs have collapsed, and some of the walls have on the buildings as well.
All right. I guess investigate it and see if there's anything to find, any iconography, find out if they worshipped anybody here.
All right, make a check.
All right.
Investigation.
You're up. Want to make a roll?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're just
I'll do.
on deck. Yeah. that'll do.
16. So that's pretty good. As they're poking around, several of the buildings pull themselves up out of the ground, and the doors become mouths, and they start trying to eat your people. Make a combat roll.
They were mimics?
Looks like they were mimics.
Whoa.
Full-on building mimics.
Man, I feel like the Minotaur should have seen that coming.
He didn't, because we don't play that complex with these groups.
I'm just sad that he's a Minotaur and he got jumped. we're gonna
It's not like
Click
he
on
was trying to find his way home. Who's making a combat roll for me? Somebody make a
I
combat
guess
roll.
Paul,
yeah,
come on now.
Phoenix up.
Oh, that's bad.
Very bad.
So
Blue guys.
make another one. Make a follow-up to that. 14. Alright, so only one of the archaeologists get eaten by the mimics, but that's how you discover they're mimics, is one of them goes to open an ancient door and this tongue just comes out and pulls him right inside. And like you just see his feet fall out later as this thing chews him up. And dumps him back out. It's terrible. And then everybody goes to town, cleans it up, but your team of 5 is now down to a team of 3 archaeologists. But they defeat these mimics. As they do kind of start to spit out treasure and ancient pieces of gear and material and other things that they've collected. A lot of it is pretty beat up. I would say at this point unusable to some degree, but it is of the make of the other things you have found that seem to have come from Janus.
Oh.
Yep. And then make one more investigation check for me as you begin to root through these things.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. It's not good.
Not good at all. They do find a device that they think is really interesting. It looks to be really mechanical, and they, as they're exploring it and trying to figure out what it is, they turn it on, and it creates a force field dome similar to a tiny hut, but
Oh.
it comes out of this device, and then they can't get it to turn off.
Just
And
go to sleep for 8 hours, it'll turn off.
It doesn't. It lasts for 5 days, and then the device fizzles and burns itself out.
Oh.
They were trapped inside of it the whole time?
Yep. They were all ready to kill each other by the end of that coming down.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yep. So that's how that one rolled itself out. So I'll throw another. I'd say let me make a roll for that. Oh, another 900 gold worth of coins and trinkets and items that they found inside of these mimics, and a destroyed force field generator.
Would the gear that they find, even some of the coins, because you said some of the coins were, they weren't like our
Correct.
iconography on it.
Yeah, they're not your mintages.
Yeah. Would some of these, would they be able to be restored at all
Oh.
to put on display?
I mean, yeah, you could do that. It would cut into your gold haul if you wanted to send some of them off to do that. Because
Yeah, well,
the 900 gold is taking into consideration that their nature of existence is more valuable than an average gold piece.
right. No, I'm just thinking maybe long term.
Mav would vote museum of some sort
Yeah.
in our castle area.
Yeah,
Or
and
town.
then charge people to see it.
yeah, you can
Sure.
definitely do that.
We
Write
want
a
the top of our
contract.
So, I mean, and that's part of what your archaeological team is down here helping you guys do is to pull these items
Okay.
apart and to figure that stuff out as well. Alright, so let's see. I think that's cave, that's side missions. So you guys get back to your keep, and you are immediately, you deal with all this other stuff, and you're like, okay, let's figure out what our next move is, and you immediately have multiple reports coming in of dragon sightings from different parts of the country. There's some just to the south of you, there's some to the west of you, and some back out to the east of you, kind of just where you came from, but not quite that far. Not as far as the Hive Spire. And people are, and the Emperor they're kind of calling anybody who's available that thinks they can handle dragons to do something about this. Your guild is at the top of the list of people that can do something about this.
Yeah. Has I assume the sightings are somewhat unreliable, as all UFO sightings are. But
they are
would
unreliable in specifics, but not
Right,
in,
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be able to know what color dragon,
Right.
or how big, or anything like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Massive. It was huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
The size
looked like
of
the size-
moon.
Yeah.
That starts to go on, and probably right about that time you get the other reports too. You get told about your crystal spiders, that they're actually pretty stinking smart. And they figured this out because one of them was able to break its own leg, and as it was oozing crystal, it oozed crystal through the seams of the glass and tried to pick the lock with the crystal that hardened on the other side, much like an octopus would.
Oh.
Huh.
It was unsuccessful, but they watched it do it.
About to have spiders all over our place.
And then,
So-
I'm assuming it was modified after such.
yes, they've taken
Utilization.
further precautions to make sure that the cage is further protected and kept under even more watch. But the people who were researching them this time around, they have they basically noted that the spiders don't stop watching the researchers.
Oh man.
Okay, so this is starting to get into levels of like inhumane. I mean, honestly, it's one thing to be like I don't mind torturing spiders. It's another thing to be like, it's a sentient creature who is much more intelligent than when we originally.
Yeah, I
At
was just
some-
thinking about that.
At some point, we need to figure out a line that we don't cross.
That's not right now.
I don't know. That's the thing. I mean, like, part of me is like, well, I mean, I'd be pissed off if I was in a enclosed space for too long. So why don't we get a bigger space? Well, then they just multiply and fill up that space.
Right. They were
Um,
fine when we found them.
What if we build a whole new wing for them?
I was sort of thinking that too. Free range
No,
spiders.
I'm not serious though.
What if we bought them a portable hole and let
I mean,
them
did we
fill
try
that up?
communicating with them?
Oh,
And
Wait,
then we
what?
bought more portable holes, and we just had thousands of portable holes filled with crystal spiders.
Created
Keep them
demi
alive.
plane. Just
yeah. Do they breathe?
They seem to.
What happens if they're underwater?
Oh.
Now you have static waterboarding these spiders.
apparently,
The
we
semi-
haven't found
semi-
At
one.
some point in time, we have to figure out how we're not going to treat these spiders poorly. Let's submerge them and see what happens.
I'm not talking about torturing them. I just mean like
Shove them underwater.
Put you in the
I
water.
mean,
talking
they
about
That would be-
experimentation.
yeah. I mean, well, it's one. My thought process is if we put them in a portable hole, are they all gonna die?
They do not seem to need to breathe.
Oh. Okay. Okay, this is getting weird.
So if we put them in like a bag of holding,
Put them in a demi plane.
yeah.
Are you just like thinking we carry a bag of holding filled with spiders? Like, how many spiders are we talking could fit into a bag of holding?
The
And can we
first time that we've
capitalize
given
on
a
this?
bag of
to, like-
holding with something terrible in it.
You're pretty sure they can get out of a bag of holding because a bag of holding can be torn from the inside.
Oh, that's right. That'd be bad.
Right. I just meant that idea of putting them in something.
Can we get a lead lined bag of holding?
Oh, that sounds.
So, and your research team has also figured out that they can powder that crystal and make some really strong glass with it.
Yeah.
Real thin too. Like a piece of this glass is as thin as what we would call like a single strength pane of glass, like a normal window pane of glass, but it's as hard as maybe a half foot of oak.
Jeez.
You have to clobber it really hard, and usually with something pointy to break it.
That has so many uses.
It
We need
does.
to build an aquarium.
Dude.
But
But I
you,
was gonna say
you do have to kill a spider to make it.
Oh, the spider has to die to make it? I thought they just pooped it out.
No. It's their
like,
blood.
It's their blood.
Oh, I thought it was their silk. I missed
To,
that.
to be fair, they seem to be okay with like ripping off a leg to get out of the cage.
Yeah,
And
but
so-
so will a dog if it's got
We'll
a
just
leg in it.
remove all the legs and just like drain them.
Train them?
And to
Jeffrey's
Tony's
found
point,
mine.
they also have not displayed any web-making capabilities at all either.
They're hunting spiders.
When
We
the
train them.
when
They're
the
Wait, hold on. Can I communicate with them? We have the ability to add things to our communication.
That's
and
what
have
I was just saying like 5 minutes ago. I was like, did we try communicating with
No,
them?
we haven't. We're
we
stupid.
haven't.
I'm gonna do that.
Are they considered what kind of a creature are they considered?
Yes.
Well, some of this here experimentation is going to feed into that.
Okay.
Tony, you suggest that, and the people you have working on it say, we've already tried. They are not a beast like a normal spider. They are now convinced they come from one of the orbital elemental planes.
Oh.
That these are more of an elemental style creature than a natural creature.
Okay. I am gonna utilize my bardic ability, universal speech, and I'm gonna expend a bardic inspiration, and I can speak with how many animals? Is it a bardic die? So, universal speech. Roll a die, so it's a D10 right now. I can talk to 7 of them, regardless of language you speak. Yep, so I don't have to share a language with them, and the creature actually doesn't need to speak a language. I'm just able to communicate with it if it is intelligent.
Okay. They are fairly intelligent. They're not intelligent like a sentient being, but they're intelligent like a primate or a dolphin or something in that nature, octopus. Their thought process is pretty alien, but the first type of communication you get in response, you say something to them, and they're all watching the 3 or 4 researchers that have been working with them. Once you start to speak to them, they kind of all stop, and in unison, they kind of just shift over and stare at you for about 15 seconds. And then you feel like the best way to describe it is they are targeting you.
Okay.
Like with their mind lasers.
Yeah, with their rail cannon that they're about to form.
Maybe focusing on is a better word than targeting. But there is an intensity to the stare. And then you hear like a buzzing sound that basically communicates that small one can speak to us.
I will herald. I will do my job. I will introduce ourselves and ask them if they have any type of labeling, names, or otherwise.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
If I would I be able to use my psychic abilities to get like a surface read on their emotions on this?
Yeah, you go ahead and make an Arcana check. Tony, you make a persuasion check.
Arcana check could be done at advantage if I can help him.
I don't think you can because this is all coming out of his brain.
Yeah.
It's specific.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. Okay, so this is what you have going on. Tony, you begin to speak to them and communicate, and there's a little bit of back and forth, and you get the sense that they have a controller.
Okay.
But you're having a fairly peaceable conversation with them, Adam. Thanak gets the exact opposite impression. That in the background of their communication, there is a angry tension that is desiring to do nothing more than to drive their 4 legs through your skulls.
Is that because they are imprisoned, basically, or is that just how they are?
I would imagine.
Is it more? Does it more seem like it's like revenge?
You can tell
Or
it's
is it-
an aspen tree because of how it is.
At this point, you're not sure.
Okay.
But
Tony, would you like to continue to communicate with them?
Do they-
Well, I'm curious to know if Thanet conveys that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Well, I guess the part of it is you have to. I think. Do you have to convey to us what you're saying?
We have Rory's telepathic bond up. I would be able to communicate that all.
Oh,
Almost
okay. All right,
instantaneously.
perfect. Then yeah, I would definitely. We would have our own little
Yep.
Yep.
conversation.
How long? So
I would
Mike-
ask them why they are as upset as they are. I'd be very direct with it.
They would say because you have interrupted their mission.
Oh,
That's the
Okay.
impression you would get, that they were in the middle of doing something when your team interrupted them, and then you slaughtered them and
How
threw
about
them in a
this?
box.
We're in the middle of something when you interrupted us.
yeah. You just yell that at the spiders and see if they can understand you. I'm not going to convey that one. That one's rude.
Yeah.
I would ask what their mission was.
They have a hard time. You have a hard time, since this is really more of an emotional conversation. You have a very hard time picking up on that. But you believe they were supposed to retrieve something.
I would try and find out if their mission in any way threatens us or I guess the material world up here.
Make another persuasion check.
Yeah.
And then, Adam, you should make another Arcana check.
16.
16. They tell you no. It's their mission is their own, and then once they complete it, they're going to go back. You get that impression, Adam. They want to kill you.
Who sent you?
The master.
No names.
They don't have a concept for him other than master.
Where is home?
You get a sensation and an image in your mind of a place that is almost purely crystallized.
Oh, like an elemental plane of crystal.
That's like the nearest thing you can
Right. Fathom.
describe to it.
What were you going to get?
They don't know.
Do they know where, or are they just?
They have almost like birds have a migratory compass.
Oh, okay.
They have a pull towards it.
Okay. If we were to help you acquire this, what would our compensation be?
Probably
They
not being dead.
don't have a concept of compensation. They
Right.
obey.
They obey. Are these things more akin to like a familiar or a construct in my knowledge at this point?
They're definitely starting to feel more construct.
Okay. They're created with a designed purpose. Because we've seen we were in the Astral Sea. We've seen Modrons and things, right?
We saw him. The what's his name? Your other wizard was.
Yeah. You saw Modrons at the magical disaster.
Yeah.
Does this feel anything like that?
It's similar.
All right. I
would definitely, if you're having that thought process, I would
Yeah.
definitely point out or share with you that they are programmed to lie.
Yeah.
If they are constructs, then they are constructed with the ability and the knowledge to lie for the idea of self-preservation.
Well, at this point, I would feel like they are definitely a resource. I would feel like they are sentient, but only to a modicum of such. I wouldn't feel bad about experimenting with them more, but I would also be very terrified if these things ever got out of here because they're just going to kill us.
Yeah, or if their master found out that we were
Oh,
basically holding them
I'm not worried
captive.
about that.
That's good. Very reassuring.
Well, if their master finds out, the reality is there's not a whole lot we're gonna do with that other than fight him or talk our way out of it. Like that one's just kind of a black and white thing.
I mean, along the same lines, so are these things. They're either going to get out or they're not.
Right.
Truth.
I don't feel any moral. This is a very morally ambiguous thing for me at the moment.
I would say at this point in time, you guys they have an intelligence. You do not think they have a soul with the way they respond and work.
Yeah.
They're definitely far more mechanical feeling in nature, even though you don't understand the creation of the mechanics. But then again, you've met mechanical creatures that have their own personality.
Right. I feel like this would be very akin to when Filbert summoned animals and they died. He knew they would just go back someplace.
Maybe.
I can't remember her name. The soup lady, captain.
Jenny Diali?
Yeah.
Soup lady.
She made soup. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, she was a Warforged.
Yeah, I think that might have been our first actual encounter with a Warforged.
Possibly.
I think. As far as that goes, like she seems to be fundamentally different than what these things are. As far as
there's some major differences in that.
I mean, they're both technically constructs, but like Jenny clearly had. I don't want to say that even her own personality, because, but she was a person.
Yep. So, spiders.
I don't know.
What do you want to do with them? Leave them for now?
I think we leave them for now and figure out what to do. What would be good to know is the glass that we can make with it. Could that be used to help reinforce it, or would they be able to break through that?
Well, the glass you're using right now has been borrowed from the tower that Tabby's digging out. You believe it's probably stronger than the stuff that you make with the spiders.
Oh, okay.
We have plate glass.
Yeah. So, you guys decide. You tell the researchers to carry on. They are going to nervously continue to study them and see what happens. And yeah, what do you guys want to do now? You have some dragon problems out there.
Before we finish the spider thing, can we enlist some help for that?
Who would you like to enlist?
I'd like to call Kelleran. I feel like he's probably one of those weirdos that's going to have some kind of weird insight.
Like being a dragon?
Yeah. No, that's not Kelleran. Kelleran's not a dragon.
That's Keith.
Yeah.
Keith Flint.
Flint. Yeah, you can put a message out to Kelleran.
Yeah, all he's sending it. Be like, Kelleran, I got a weird thing. You want to play with it?
So you get a message back that starts with an explosion.
Sounds like a terrible pickup line.
Oop.
And followed by ramblings and cuss words and angry things, and then you hear some roaring in the background, and you hear a little busy right now.
Well, when you got time, I got spider constructs that are fun, and I'll give them my address.
Sounds good.
I feel like there's got to be some form of like delayed sending.
Like a voicemail?
Yes. Like I'll access this when I have a moment.
Yeah, so you don't have to respond immediately.
Yeah.
I'll send him a message. Do you need help?
Nah.
All right. Good on ya. You'll see if he shows up to help. I made something blow up by interrupting him. That makes me really happy. All right, on to the next thing.
Yep.
Dragon. So, I guess we should start with, unless we had a better idea, just the closest sighting.
The closest sighting would be probably to the south of Giraffe in the jungles.
All right.
The ones where we
Is there-
crush the other army.
Further south than there. And I don't think you crushed the other army. If I remember right, there were pretty heavy losses on both sides. Oh, you're talking about
The first one,
the
the
war
skirmish,
games, the war
or whatever.
games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did,
that definitely crushed.
Does the Emperor have any like specifics about it, or was it just like go take care of it?
He was kind of to some point just go take care of it. So you could send your teams to other places if you want. If you're going to investigate one, there are 3 of them currently. You could send your teams out, or you could delay and try and take them all on yourself.
We can start with the bottom one, or the one that we're going to, and then go from there.
Why don't we send out maybe some scouts?
Sure. All right.
Maybe just like a 2-team scout.
Sounds good. Pick some people that are available. What do you got? Just about everybody's available, other than the Orin team and the dig site team and the guys down in the cave.
The bird guy. What's his name?
Rides the Thunder.
Yeah, that guy and yeah, and oh my gosh, I am really tired right now, and I can't think of anybody's name. The chick. Gosh, Grummy. Holy cow. Wow.
I really enjoyed that.
I think like they should definitely go, but maybe on 2 separate teams.
Okay. Anybody else?
I don't know
Remy?
what we all have at the moment. I have no input.
I mean, there's an entire chat channel with a list of them for your easy access to look at when I ask you to do things, so that I don't have to do everything for you all the time.
Man,
Yeah, but could you?
I barely have time to do my homework.
Tony, I know. I get it, man.
What channel is that?
Yeah, what channel is it?
Called the 7-7
7-7's Guild.
Oh, there it is.
Good.
Is there any way we can have you like mark off which ones are actually on a mission right
They
now?
are
so,
actually marked off.
They are?
Really?
The old
Oh,
folks
look
are
at that.
away filming ancient
He-
treasures.
He's got in italics what they're.
Oh, look
doing.
at that. Never mind. My sarcasm is completely unplaced.
No, it's not. It
It's
belongs.
okay. I could maybe put a star in front of their name moving forward, just to help with the identification as well.
That's right.
I'll do that. I'll make sure I do that for you guys. You got rogues, you got monks, you got clerics, you got barbarians.
Obviously, the Goliath Barbarian needs to go.
Yep. Yep. Clearly. Haschel? No, Haschel.
Do we send the GIF?
No.
No,
What does
he's
he want to
busy.
do? We haven't talked to him in a
Master
while.
Chief Petty Officer
He's busy. He is busy.
operating.
Yes, all kinds of things.
Who did you already pick?
Let's send Haschel.
I specifically was thinking we should send Rides the Thunder to one place, and then Grummy to a different place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you send.
Use Gavril.
Jabber.
I would say Gavril and Jabber can be
Carrick.
split.
Yeah. Yep. they can be
Daphne
split.
and
Yep.
Haschel.
Aren't
Hashel's
they up-
doing something else though. That
Nope,
like,
it doesn't say it.
yeah,
No,
it
he's
doesn't
not.
say it, but Mike was just talking about him being
Hector
somewhere
is.
else. You said Haschel before.
I meant to say Hector if I said Hash.
Okay.
Because Hector's
Isn't-
part of the ancient treasures team.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't Gavril and Daphne, aren't they up north?
Nope. They came south with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Ziz is with us. No, Ziz is in the
Nope.
buried tower.
Ziz is digging.
You
You dropped him back off.
Yeah. So let's send Hetty and
I think that's all you need. I think that's.
yeah,
I think we're
yeah,
good.
okay.
Yeehaw.
Jam. Keg. Thunder.
Unless you want to just toss Skoog and Raki. For
That'd be
funsies.
too many people.
I
Let's
do enjoy
send
tossing.
send Skoog and Raki to get some more beer.
Some Titanbrook ale.
Yeah.
Send them on a mission to get more ale. They're on a beer run.
Oh,
Who'd we lose?
Goodbye.
Who went away?
it was my nightly bloop. I'm back early.
Oh. It's funny because
You're louder.
you
I'm
left,
louder?
but you didn't actually go anywhere. We can still hear you.
But I'm louder.
I don't think
Now you're okay.
Okay. I was gonna say that's really weird. Alright. So your teams head out, and you guys head to the south. Away you go. And while you're on your way out of the keep, you're going to cross the bridge, and Halcyon is just sitting on the bridge swinging his legs. He's got his shoes off, and you hear him talking to somebody.
Uh-oh.
And you get closer, and he's like, "You don't say. Well, that's an interesting thing. Not every day that there's an entire ship graveyard full of beasties." And
Is
he
he
looks, he
talking
looks
to
over at you
Fazbear?
guys, and he's like, "I'm talking to an old friend of yours." And you guys look down in the river, and there is Bill Dilla,
Yeah, or that one.
like
Yeah.
just lounging in the water, talking it up with your deep sea warlock guy.
Yay.
I feel like the conversation is warranted since he is the diplomat. So,
Oh,
Right?
like,
I
he's
mean,
doing his job at the
he's
moment.
doing his
It's-
job. He's doing it really good. They seem
He's-
to be enjoying each other's company.
We really picked the right guy for the job.
Yeah.
Turns out you did.
Has Jeff been part of this conversation yet?
You would have known about this.
Right, but I haven't actually met her
No,
like everyone else did.
no.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, but you know all the
I
stories.
know about
though.
it because of memories, but aside from that, I didn't experience this shenaniganry at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Oh.
Probably better off for it.
I'm going to stay at the back of the group for the moment and let these guys do their thing.
So as you guys approach the bridge, she gets really excited, and you can tell because her clackers, her pinchers start clacking a whole bunch. And
I
the
think
water,
the first thing that Othig is going to say is, "What happened?"
and she's like, "Good to see you too." As the water swirls around her legs, and it lifts her up, and she's kind of floating in this like cyclone of water at bridge height, and she's like, "I'm doing fine, thank you very much." And there's water shooting out of her mouth, and she's like, "This is a nice place you built here. The river's tasty." And she's like, "Okay, I have a problem." She looks all sad.
So, yeah, I think Othig would be like, "So we're not in trouble."
No! She shakes her head, and water's like flying out off of it everywhere.
Ah, great. What's wrong?
One of her shrines in an island to the east of here has. They stole it, she says.
It
Oh,
seems
no.
to be a very common thing.
Is
for
she
you.
going to curse them?
She has, but they undid it. She looks really
How?
ashamed when she tells you that they undid it.
Yeah, she does. Darn right she does. Man, if that ain't something.
How do we ask? How do we ask this without being insulting? But
That's what.
how did they
Probably
break the curse? Were
Um,
you just not paying attention, or are they just that good?
Were you not paying attention to them breaking
No, when you made the curse, were you just like multitasking?
No,
Like-
she says, I cursed them so good. And she's shaking her head. But there's someone there who might have, better magic than me. Boop.
Like the simple remove curse spell.
She just shoots you a look. Who's that?
That's Phil.
Are you really saying that? Are
Yeah.
you doing
He just
She
looks
leans
different.
forward.
It's
She
Phil.
smells him. No, it's not. Then
It's not? Who are you?
she gets a very surprised look on her face, and she comes over by you, and she like comes alongside. She's like, I think it's a halfling.
Oh, come on now.
Is the island she's referring to on the South Crunch?
I can show you where it is. Let me
Is that
pop-
the island?
Because I smell like cabbage, isn't it?
Didn't you say it was near us or by us?
No, it is. I don't know if it's on the South Prim map or not.
Did I just think that that's what you meant?
It is. It is off the shore on the east side of the South Prim Empire. Let me.
I would introduce myself and I guess present my credentials as the Herald of the Granite Back.
But
it
you
is
have to roll
not
for
Ryan.
it, don't you? I thought you have to roll every time you.
As the Herald of Clan Granite Back.
It is. Oh, where did that map come from? That was ugly.
Didn't you make it?
It's an older one.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I want. Size things for.
Oh, I bet you it's on the Crunch ad.
It
can
is
see all
this guy right there.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
She says she has a shrine off the south coast of that island, and they took it.
They took the shrine?
They took the island!
They took the island?
Yeah, it's mine.
Hey, while we're all here together,
Yeah.
could you transfer the blessing that you gave to Phil and put it on this guy? Because we
She
can all
looks
breathe
at him.
underwater and he can't.
She looks at him and she's like, maybe? She gets real close and she gets her pinchers out and she's coming closer to you and she's pinching and she's pinching and then she licks you.
Yes.
Blessing transferred.
Lester's restoration.
Oh. Do I smell like
So
cabbage
she
again?
would have us believe that they took the whole island.
The whole, all of it.
The whole thing.
Is
Where
it
did
still
they
there?
take it to?
Yeah, well, yes,
They just took over the whole island.
correct.
Oh,
Like they
Oh.
cleansed it from under her control.
took it as in confiscated it. not
Yes,
took
I'm
it.
thinking like they
Okay.
moved an entire island.
No, they didn't move it. It's still there.
Okay.
Ryan and I were on the same page. I was like, wow,
Man.
they took a whole island. That's
I know, I was
impressive.
like, who does that?
Piff.
They do that.
Fair.
Yep.
Who is they? Does she know? Like, what can she tell us about?
She believes they're worshippers of that filthy fish monster wannabe Dagon.
Huh.
He's some
What?
sort of upstart, not real demigod.
Have we heard of Dagon?
Yeah, I think we did.
You definitely have. One of his cults are one of the major ones in the Pentab.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Now that you're thinking about it, that map that the girls found, that island is where one of those X's is.
All right. Well, with the blessing of her mighty
What was the context of the map? It was a map.
They found a map
for-
in Black Axe Estate that had 3 X's on it. One of them was on the Throne of Bones, one of it is over New Barovia, and one of them is on this island.
I think I would humbly ask the lizard god, lobster god, if she believes that we are capable enough to go deal with them.
Destined for great.
Well, I wouldn't have come here if I thought somebody else was a better choice.
Just look over at Jeff and be like, "Who do you think we are?"
I kind of imagine someone like this not having many followers. My apologies.
What? The whole ocean loves me. Well, not really. Most of them think
Like,
I'm...
You basically just said to her, "We're the only people you could call on, aren't we?"
Yeah, that's kind of what I said. Is like, are we
That's
the
kind of what you
best,
said,
or
yeah.
are we the
I'm
only
just confirming
friends
that's what you said.
She looks
How rude you
really,
said it.
really dejected
Yeah, well, she probably should.
and just super sad. And she says, well, I summoned all of my Kuatoa, and now they're following that dirty fish dagger.
All her followers turned. Oh my god.
And she's just devastated.
Guys,
Yeah.
I feel bad emotionally, but I don't feel bad logistically because I might have just saved our lives.
What?
I mean, if we're just the only guys and we're not the actual like strong enough guys, that's like sending a bunch of idiots into a fire to put it out.
What do you think firefighters do?
Right.
Yeah, but they're qualified.
And so are we.
We're qualified.
That's what I was asking: is are we qualified?
Of course we are.
You
Why
don't
are you
have to
asking
ask that.
her if
Yeah.
we're qualified?
Because she's not asking us to build a bridge.
What does she know? What does she know about? Does she know anything else about the group that's there? Like their numbers, like anything that, like intel wise, that we could glean from her? I mean, she sent everyone that she knows there, so.
She says there's a lot of them.
I'm a
And
little-
they brought something up out of the ocean that they put in a cave in the island. And that seems to be the source of their power.
Jeffrey's a little worried you guys never asked these questions.
These are non-important questions.
Yeah.
The important questions are like, how many people do we have to kill? Like, how much are we getting paid?
Sure.
Yeah, we didn't even
Those
write
are
it.
the important questions.
So you guys need to make, at this point, you guys need to make perception checks.
I'm not very good at that.
I'm going for 5. So.
Going for 5. Well, Mav got a 7.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh!
look at that.
Maybe you should go for 5 more often.
Darn good. So, Oda, you and Thanak are you're having a good time remembering the good old days with Bill Billaflop. And you're like, man, it was kind of terrible, but it really worked out all right. And
I mean, I got nothing but good thoughts. I got a giant beast
yeah.
thing trophy.
It worked out in the end.
And
Yeah.
you look up off the bridge just in time to see a dragon come swooping up out of the ravine of the river and clip your bridge. Please make dexterity saving throws. You
What?
and Othig
What?
can make it at advantage.
Who gets to make it an advantage?
Othig and
me,
Thanak.
me.
Oh, holy cow! This is crazy.
15.
Not the bridge.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Let's see.
He
Okay,
got an
so
11.
Mav did the best.
I guess she is asking us to build a bridge.
So you see her go, and then she like snaps her 2 pinchers like on one of the wings of this dragon, and it just yanks her out of her cyclone as it goes flying by. I got to roll for Hal too, as he goes tumbling into.
She
the
grabbed the dragon.
Yeah, she's currently clawed onto the dragon.
There's the lobster. There's a giant lobster attached to a dragon.
She just
This
became
is
my
like
favorite.
this is like Man Bear Pig on a
Yeah.
whole new level.
Yeah.
Lobster god. on a
So
dragon.
let's see. Thanak, you are the only one who does not hold on all the way to the bridge. So the bridge goes slamming down into the sides of the ravine, and you can hear people in the town yelling. And then you hear from somewhere down the canyon, kaboom, 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 as these guns start going off, and the dragon rears up and starts flying back the other way.
Do I feel like I need to cast Featherfall on Thanak? Is he falling a long ways?
He is about to fall 40 feet down into the raging river.
Yeah, I'll cast Featherfall.
Okay. So Jeff gets a Featherfall
I'm
off.
fine. I'm in heavy armor.
As Thanak goes bouncing down, Halcyon is there too, and you just hear as this dragon goes flying off to the south and takes Bill Dillblop with it.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye!
Oh my
What
God.
color dragon was it?
It was certainly a green dragon.
Oh, we should probably go deal with that.
I mean, honestly, she'll be fine.
Well, yeah, but that dragon's in our business, and it knows where we live, and it's green. We gotta go get it.
Can we do that even?
I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. We are the Granite Backs, after all.
Let's go
Let's
get our
just
bears and chase
Whistle and call up Fast Rule.
Oh, yes.
Chase them with the squid.
Yes.
I'm
Chasing a
gonna
dragon
challenge
with
I will
a squid
challenge the
ship
dragon.
never goes wrong.
See if it comes back.
There's no cinematics that say otherwise.
To be fair, the cinematics was reversed.
The
This would
dragons
be
are chasing the squid ship?
yeah.
My bad.
Would how fast was he going? The dragon.
Oh, he was fast.
Like
Gotta go
75
fast.
miles per hour.
Yep. He was fast, he was quick, and he was quiet.
You'd be interested to know that this bridge is actually a 35 mile per hour zone. So
I know he's
You gotta
We caught him at over
It's actually slower
120.
than that. There's a school nearby now.
He's going to lose his license.
we must exact justice.
would we legitimately be able to even chase this thing down?
That's what I was asking before.
Well, you could give a good idea as to where it's headed,
We can certainly
and you
try.
know that the sightings of the dragon in the south have said it was close to Giraffe.
So let's get our
Chase it.
bears and chase after it.
Yeah.
After it.
Bear up.
You
So-
don't want to grab Fazrul? Is that what you've decided?
I am concerned about that.
Okay, that's fine.
So you guys, some of the dwarves come over real quick, and they start rigging up an extension for
Yeah.
the bridge to kind of like put some of it back together. And they rig it up enough to where you can get your bears and you guys across, and you go start trampling down the road as you're going down the road, and you see it coming back. It no longer has a Bill Dillblop on it, and it makes straight for your keep.
We're gonna intercept.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys turn around and you start going back, and this thing is making passes over your village, breathing gas down on it, and you may now roll initiative.
Ba-ba-da-bum.
Heck yes.
Initiative. I like initiative.
Do we all get 18s?
Yes.
Except for Mav. Mav, you suck.
Oh wow.
I just want to make sure that I go last.
That's typically his MO.
I would like Thanik to go for him. Can I be put at 7? You guys hear me?
Yeah. I
Yes.
heard you.
What?
We can't move you.
I'll do it. I'll get it in a sec. I'm just doing a couple other things.
So I just thought my cut out.
No, I'm good. So we're just going to use the generic jungle road map for this.
How do I have more health than you?
Than
Way
me?
more. Yeah.
Way more?
Yeah.
Because he's a different class.
Because I'm not a warrior fighter anymore.
When did that change?
It changed when the kobold rearranged my atoms on a particular level.
So what's your
Okay, so just this last level.
keep boon now?
I don't actually have one at the moment.
That's
Oh.
accurate. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine because I have an idea of what it should be, but it all is tied to a skill that I don't have built yet. So it's fine. I'm not really concerned about it.
You're a hot mess.
I mean, that's fine.
Do I see any magic around the dragon?
You do not.
You can see magic?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how long have you been playing with this?
Doesn't Jeffrey know that?
Yeah.
Tony doesn't remember anything today. It's been a long week, guys.
Okay, so Dragon has very bad initiative. Othig is going to do 17. Jeff, you or Thanak?
Do you have a preference, Thanak?
I don't know.
I'll go first.
All right. Jeff, I'll give you a name. All right. The dragon turns around, swoops down, and starts heading straight towards you guys as you're taking the road back into your town. Then the keep is gearing up. You can see them, your soldiers, running to the cannons on top of the keep and turning them towards the dragon.
Yes.
It's just the four of us here. We don't have any other allies nearby.
Correct, but you do have your bears, so you do get an extra attack roll at a +6 to hit, and if you hit, you get to do an extra 2d4 plus 3 damage.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Wow.
Are there any? This is going to be a weird question. I know. I'm sorry. Are there any large rocks nearby?
There would be, like, how large are you talking? Like person size?
Huge.
No, those would have been all removed and used in construction.
What about large?
I would say probably in that vein too.
All right.
Are you going to use catapult?
No, I'm going to use animate objects.
What?
Yep. I can create. Let's see. Medium creatures, large creatures, or huge creatures. Objects come to life at your command, choosing up to 10 magical objects within range that are not being worn. Medium creatures count as 2, large count as 4, so I can make 5 medium
All right.
constructs.
Yeah, you guys watch as these rocks pull themselves up out of the ground. They were mostly buried, and just the tops of them were showing. And Jeffrey's like, "Come to life, my rocks!" And they just start to like slide up out of the ground.
Yep. And then I'm going to dive into the bushes.
Okay. Do you get to do anything with your rocks this round?
Yeah, they operate on my turn, so they would encircle the large beast and start to pummel it, and they each get an attack with a +5 to hit, 2d6 plus 1 damage.
All right, just roll 5d20s, and we'll just assess problems from there.
Boop. Let's see. So that'll be 2.
2 of them are gonna hit.
The 12 plus 5, so 17 won't hit.
He gets super close, but misses.
Okie dokie. So that'll be 4d6 plus 2. There's the damage from the pummely rocks, and each one of those creatures has an AC of 13 and a health of 40.
Okay.
That'll, let's see, I don't really want to have a, I'll bonus action. I will inspire, who's going to go next? I will inspire Thanak, and I'll goose him as I run off and tell him, "Go get him, tiger!" as I jump into the bushes. You can have a bardic inspiration, Thanak. That'll give you a +1 to your proficiency.
Does that raise DCs as well? Spell DC?
Proficiency? If your proficiency affects
you add your proficiency to it.
Nice. Okay.
That'll be my turn. Thanak, you're up.
It's a green dragon. How healthy does he look?
Well, he just got walloped for some damage, but he still looks all right.
I meant, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, does he look like a...
He looks terrible.
An adult or an
adult. Except that he's a lich.
I just mean, does he see, if I look at this guy, what I think, does he have a huge constitution?
He's a dragon, so it's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is he's on the ground?
He is swooping down at you guys right now.
Gonna use his laser beams.
Lasers.
So he's coming towards us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just chuck a fireball at his face.
Oh.
Poof.
Put my cons.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Sure.
Tony, roll saving throws for all your rocks.
Yep.
No, because you said you said he's swooping down at us.
Yes, but Tony has said he has surrounded him with the rocks.
But I thought... So here's why I did this, because I thought he was still flying up in the air.
Yes, but Tony's rocks fly.
No, they
fly?
don't.
Then you couldn't hit him.
I was also under the impression that he was on the ground.
I thought they floated around.
Oh god, no! They're just
they like sprout like arms and legs and walk around.
Well, hold on.
It's totally.
It would be ridiculous for them to fly.
No, think about Fantasia. That's what the spell is designed off of Fantasia.
It does say that it can have 30 feet of flight.
That's what I thought, because Cole uses this one on me
You're
often.
100% correct. Holy crap!
Yep.
Oh, it only lacks a fly speed if it is secured to the ground.
But it's not.
Oh,
it's a rock.
So
okay.
there you go.
So then, never mind. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Everything is flying. Everything is flying.
Everybody is kung fu fly.
Gosh, I don't know. I guess I'll just do a psychic blasting because I can't reach him.
Okay. Objects. Let's go. More rock buddies.
Where is
this? Everybody was a rock.
Okay.
Oh.
Lame. Does that would actually be a 15? Is that not going to hit? 15 is too low. Okay. All right. And then that is my turn.
All right. Oh, thing.
Oh,
What?
Mav, do you not want to be in front like that?
Not at all.
Okay, then I'll go in front of you.
Not that it'll matter. Breath weapons.
Right.
So you should probably just not be in that clump.
I mean, yeah, probably not.
Can I
You
reach
should
him?
position yourself in a way that
You would be able to jump and reach him. He's about 25 feet off the ground. And with your boots, you could jump up there and wail on him.
Okay. Then
Oh,
All
hey,
right.
Mike, you said how much was the bear claw damage? It was 2d4 plus what?
2d4 plus 3. However,
he
the
in a
bears
s-
cannot currently reach him.
Right, yeah, that's fine.
you're not in a square, are you?
Me? Oh, probably not. I was moving it based on what?
Nobody's in a square.
No, yeah, none of us were
Oh
in
yeah.
squares.
It's in a square. Dragon's in a square. What did you do? You psychic blast. So yeah. Do you want pincer?
I don't think you'd be able to while you're jumping through the air.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be within melee range of him when you come down.
No, I didn't mean for this round
Oh.
of combat. I meant like eventually.
At some point, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move to the appropriate location after I attack. So I can do. I'm gonna make attacks. 3 attacks. Possibly. Actually, I'm gonna action surge.
Just gonna go straight into it.
Yep.
This is totally an anime jump. He just jumps up there, pulls out his weapon, and then he just floats there while he wails on it.
With
And then
2
falls.
glaives, no less. It's
That's so-
impressive. So that gets my keep boon for the day, auto crit. So
Banish this jerk.
nope, no more banishing.
Oh, you don't have that anymore?
I mean, I have it, but I'm not using it. I'm not
Oh,
actively using it.
gotcha. I was worried for a moment. I was like, that's a really cool, fun toy.
It is. It definitely.
Guys, we're fighting a dragon.
We are.
So excited. Have we fought a dragon yet?
I think this is our first one.
So excited.
5. Not like that.
Am I able to abandon my bear with somebody else?
Your what?
My bear, am I allowed to abandon that to somebody else's usage?
What do you mean somebody else's usage?
Because I don't plan on being in melee, and you said somebody in melee with their bear.
No, nobody else can use a second bear.
Okay.
Like if you want to give it to an NPC.
But it won't run away.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about.
No, it will not run away.
Okay.
I just don't want to clog up the combat tracker.
Yep.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
So, are we for a Great Weapon Master? Are we counting or not counting when I use my keep boon to like auto crit? Does that count as you make critical and you can strike again as Great Weapon Master?
Well, you could do that, but Great Weapon Master doesn't add. It just adds a flat 10. It doesn't add a.
No, there's a thing on it. You can use your bonus action.
I'm talking about the part that says if you crit, you get an extra attack.
Oh,
so what I'm asking is, can I strike 7 times or just 6 times? That's what I'm asking.
Just 6 times for now.
Okay.
We need to have a conversation about that I don't want to have right now.
Yeah. Okay, so then after my attack, I'm moving back.
Okay. Alright, so it is its turn. It is going to breathe on Thanak and Mav. I need you guys to make Constitution saving throws. At advantage, because it is poison. You will both make it, so you will only take 39 points of poison damage.
Oh.
Is that quarter?
So yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. That you will take, 20 points of poison damage.
Oh, because the resistance. That's right.
Because resistance. So.
Dang, son.
20 points of poison damage as this thing breathes on you, and it stops and it slows to hover. And as it does, you hear another roar coming from off to the side, and you see another flash of scales and a neck and wings, and this other dragon comes out of the sky and just pummels this one into the ground. Then they tumble over each other off to the side over here. And does anybody speak Draconic?
No. No.
I don't remember. Hold on.
No, I do not.
I do not.
Yes, I do.
You do. Adam, then you hear, "You fool, what are you doing? You are told to leave the granite bats alone."
Oh.
And the green one rolls over, and this other one is much larger, and it is brass. And the green one looks up at it and says, "I'm sorry, I thought I could eliminate them." And it's like, "You're an idiot. Come back to the cave." And he kind of the bigger one half drags the green one up and off, and they fly off to the south.
To the south?
Working with
Yep.
green?
Charge!
Brass dragon working with a green one?
That is.
I think it's more the green one is working with the brass.
But it wants to kill us.
Hey,
This is
Othic,
all very confusing.
do you want to go for a ride?
You want to talk to it?
Can I grab Othic and then dimension door onto the dragon?
Oh.
I'm gonna remind you of how close you came to this not working out for you the last time you did this, and you were level 20.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm just
Man, those
gonna
were fun times.
give you a friendly DM reminder that was close.
I don't remember that failing on us.
I remember parts of that,
Are you doing it?
like playing at level 20 with those characters. Not most of the time. Sometimes feeling invincible.
Yeah.
Like especially with some of the crap Gabe.
What do you guys want to do? You most certainly can do that.
I
Charge down.
Unless someone tells me
will-
not to, I'm gonna pull my bow and knock a couple arrows at it if these things are gonna fly off.
as they're talking or whatever, I will speak back to them
Oops.
and respond to that. Of what do you mean? Like,
Okay. The copper dragon looks like mock surprised, or the brass dragon. Sorry. It looks mock surprised that you can speak its language, and then it breathes this giant pink cloud, and everybody needs to make Constitution saving.
Aw, man.
Is it an advantage?
This
Guys,
is
we're
not
fighting
an
a blue dragon.
advantage.
It is for Jeffrey, isn't it?
I don't know.
Or are you not a half elf?
God,
Oh.
come on. +8 and you roll a 3?
oh,
Jeez.
it's terrible. You have Indomitable though.
Yeah, I should probably use Indomitable. Yeah, I'm gonna use Indomitable.
Oh.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, come on.
I actually have to keep it,
Yeah,
Yep,
you do.
You do.
which it doesn't matter because I probably would have failed anyway. But
Yeah,
still,
you
that's
would
the
have.
principle.
So
So bad.
this pink cloud goes off, and it starts to beat its wings, and they definitely fly off at this moment. They don't bother to respond to you. And then you kind of wave it out of your face, and you're watching them fly away, and you look over, and Othik and Jeffrey are just laying in the bushes snoring.
Ah, jeez.
Hmm.
And you and Mav, you didn't pass out, but a nap sounds really good. I'm pretty sure all the bears are out.
Yeah.
That gif is pretty accurate.
Hmm.
What do you guys want to do?
Chase it down.
I
I know what I want to do.
We.
I'm already doing it.
Oh, stop. Let's be smart about this. We are not about to go take on 2 dragons.
You're darn right.
More
I'm
rapid.
tired and sleeping.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just leave Othik because he's gonna charge out. So let's come up with a plan, then wake them up.
Okay.
Well, no, let's wake them up.
I vote we scout. Figure out where they are.
Yeah, definitely.
I would like to send a message.
You're asleep. You can't send a message.
Oh, you're
No,
not.
let's. We'll wake them up.
Okay.
No, you should definitely.
I would like to ask. I would like to send correspondence because we obviously can't. I was told not to speak to him directly, but I would like to ask the Gold Dragon if he has any idea, or not Gold Dragon. What's the shepherd? What is he? He's a chromatic, whatever.
He's
monstrosity.
unique.
Yeah, wasn't he like red and gold?
He's
a
multi-chromatic.
radiant dragon.
Yeah, I would like to ask him if he has any idea why this would be a thing.
Okay.
He
No
had
problem.
kind of told us, didn't he?
He didn't tell us that any of the chromatics and the metallics were working together.
He
I
did
thought he
tell you
did.
that there are ones that have been forced into service for
But none that have
the Pentan.
chose.
No, and there have been ones over the course of time that have chosen to be evil, just as there's been chromatics that have chosen to be good.
Gotcha. I
So-
didn't pick up on that.
It was part of the conversation you guys had.
Okay. Never mind then.
Okay, so you're not going to use the mind phone?
No, if that is something that we already kind of knew, then I wouldn't be as worried about it.
If I remember right, and I mean, I'd have to go back and listen to it, but I think he talked about how it was rare that one would willingly do it, but it
not
has happened.
Okay. And given the current state of things, it shouldn't really be surprising either, I guess.
No, it probably should not.
Okay. Okay.
So you wake everybody up, and you're going to head to the south and scout around and see what you can dig up?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
All right. So you travel to Jirafi, and you begin to ask around there. Somebody make a luck roll just to see how quickly you get to the information you're looking for.
Not it.
How big was? I'll make it then. How big was the?
Good thing you roll first, Anik.
Yeah, for
Yep.
real. How big was the brass?
Yeah, compared to the green.
It was twice the size of the green.
We took
Yikes.
him out.
Yeah, it was. And when it came down, it like came down with a great amount of skill. Like it pulled up at last second and just knocked this other one to the ground and like landed in a very prey and predator position over it. It was definitely dominant in showing
Okay.
it. Well, thankfully it was the 18 and not the one that we will pick tonight for this. You guys get down to business and you find that these sightings aren't of the UFO variety, that they're pretty. People are like, nope, we keep seeing it flying down over that mountain there. And several people described to you as only having seen the green dragon.
Except today they saw a green and a.
Only a few people saw the two. And those people that you talked to have never seen that other one.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know how this. It's not ever something that we ever like talked about previously to this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what happened to? Sorry, what happened to Lil Bop?
You don't know.
Nobody cared after she disappeared.
Horrible doors.
Well, you were headed that way to rescue her when you got your peoples got attacked.
When we
Yeah,
got
and then
distracted.
we just forgot about it.
We forgot.
So, like, 'cause I know you said that your dragons are different.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any kind of legends about dragons being anywhere here?
Oh, that's fair.
Dragons are, for the most part, strictly legendary. Like, you just don't see them flying around.
I just mean, like, you know how, like every town's got that legend of, up in the hills.
That type of stuff is always there, and
Okay.
it's kind of like a thing where a lot of territories have like these stories that dragons guard their areas, even if you never see them.
Sure.
It's kind of like on the down low that's what people generally believe, but there aren't any specifics about. Oh, but it's that mountain where they're at.
Okay.
It's not
Or
that-
even
that
that
type of
dragon.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez. All right.
I was just trying to figure out if these were newly migrated.
Oh, this is new.
Okay.
Like, these people are freaking out that there's a dragon.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
thinking. There's a
I
dragon.
mean, I think they freaked out regardless. How far away is the mountain that they're pointing at?
It's probably about another day's travel.
Do we care about blah blah blah?
Because you have to go through the jungle.
I'm kind of thinking we should grab her.
Do you want to like pray to her or something? How do we get a hold of a god?
To go find her.
Oh, okay.
She can't be hard to find.
I mean,
I would think not.
She's a giant lady with a lobster on her.
That's fair. Do you want me to use my sending on her instead?
I mean, you could.
But yeah, I could try to send her a message. Hey, Bubbles.
Where are you
where'd
at?
go?
Okay, so hold on a sec. My wife just came home, so I am gonna. My office doors are open currently, so I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, say hi to her, and then we'll talk about that.
Good.
What's up, Lynn? Am I grocery shopping?
Did you buy toilet paper?
Yeah, Weston will be home for a month.
Me too. Bye, Mike. Andy, has the school made any statements yet?
We just put one out today.
What is it?
Our number one priority continues to be the safety and well-being of our students and staff.
Okay. But we're not closing?
No, we're not closing right now.
Not yet. Okay. I'm mostly just worried about finding out if the musical's canceled or any of that I need to. So.
My guess would be to venture that it will be canceled by the time it rolls around.
Okay.
Right now, they've canceled anything that's been any event that has any outside organizations coming in, that we are going to any outside organizations, or that host more than like 200 people.
Okay, so the practice tomorrow will still be on then, most likely.
Correct, as far as I know.
Okay. Thanks, man.
What about
What about solo ensemble? That's today. I don't know.
Well, I was in middle school today.
Yeah, the middle school is
And
today.
high school Saturday.
The high school is on Saturday? What?
No, the solo ensemble's been canceled at the high school.
There you go. Found it.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Interesting.
See you in a half hour. Or I mean an hour and a half, sorry. Alright, fellas. I'm coming back. Let me put my earbuds in so I can hear you. Alright. Why are these things? These things are on fire. Where were they sitting? That's crazy.
These
Okay,
things
whatever.
are on fire.
Oh, my earbuds are super hot. Weird.
So I looked up and saw the GIF that was happening, and I wanted to know which of you guys was getting beaten up because I wasn't paying attention well enough, and I was really concerned that one of my friends was being beaten up.
For
that's
what?
funny.
The GIF that's playing in her thing, I thought it was one of the actual live videos.
Oh.
I was like, "Who's beating up Adam? There's a man in your house." What?
There's a man in your house.
So, let's. You guys, so you message Bill Dilliflop, and if you bring up the world map that I shared before from Friendship, you're going to get a message from the river right about here, which isn't very far away from the mountain that they pointed at. Then you hear, the Dilliflop has eyes on the target. Green monstrosity is in a cave at the top of the hill.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
She's our recon.
In this instance, yes.
Yeah.
She's our recon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's fun.
If you told me when this campaign started
That we'd be doing Black Ops with the Lobster God.
not to mention that we'd have a flying octopus spaceship and a GIF and a Githyanki in our keep, and they're okay with each other. I just don't know what I would have said.
Good
I
time.
think you said let's roll dice.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be. So,
Granite yo.
you guys work your way down the river to the jungle. Through the jungle, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're gonna go play ball.
So it takes you the better part of a day to travel through this territory. It's pretty difficult terrain. The river becomes you couldn't even take a boat through here. It's very rapidy and waterfally. So you're walking and climbing up a lot of stuff. There's no good roads through here. The bears do pretty well because, well, they're jungle bears. That helps your speed quite a bit as you just in your saddles. These things are just super adept at climbing. They just kind of like scurry up over rocks, and in one point in time when you do hit a larger area of water, they just kind of submersible into it with just their nose sticking out in your saddle. And if you didn't know better, you'd be like, oh my gosh, they're amphibious. And they come up the other side, and after a little bit of time of monkeying around by this river, you get pretty close to where you believe you're going to come in up to your contact, and you're at the shoreline, and your bears are sniffing around, and they start to make funny noises, and then these two pinchers come up out of the water, and there's your friend.
Got her.
And she just kind of looks over her shoulder and says, "Drop there." And she points up a cliff to a ledge that you're assuming is going to have a cave beyond it. And it's a good ways up there. It's a good 60 feet above the pool of water that she just came out of.
Hey, Mav, before we proceed, can we get her on a contract with a rider and a death and dismemberment clause just in case?
Actually, I have one for all of us to sign.
Right. But specifically Lobster God, I don't want to be liable for her death. She gets real mad when people defile her temples. I can only imagine if someone...
Legitimately speaking, can she die?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she could.
Lady Kane can die.
No, she can't.
The future would tell us otherwise, my friend.
The future's not written in stone. That was just a possible outcome.
Yeah.
One that I liked, but it's just possible.
Yeah.
She is going to say that she's uncomfortable heading up into a dry cave. She needs to, for the most part, be within the water, and it was a very terrible experience for her to fly through the air, and she never, ever, ever wants to do that again.
Don't grab dragons by the butt.
Oh, it's completely reactionary. I just decided I was going to start to kill that thing, and then I was like, and then I was like, where the sky?
I picture her being legitimately like a crawfish that you're yanking up onto a bridge with a line. She grabbed it and she didn't know what she was doing, but she couldn't let go.
Stay away from the light, Charlie.
Oh.
And off she got pulled. So she's gonna stay in the river.
Good call.
She's here if you need her.
Good call, Bubbles.
I think this is a phenomenally bad idea to go fight two dragons.
What? Come on, we're gonna be fine. We're the Granitebacks. You said it yourself.
She would say the other one flew off to the east.
Which other one?
The big one.
The copper or brass or whatever it was?
She thinks so, yeah. She said
Yes,
two
to
came
all
back.
the
Definitely not the problem then. We can take care of it.
Yeah, we got this. Let's go beat up a green dragon. We already put some hurt on him before. Oh gosh, that scared me.
I'm okay with that.
Did we get the modicum of arrest in that time or no?
No, that was all travel time.
Oh, I thought you said we had like a day's travel.
Well, 8 hours.
Gotcha.
And then another 6 hours. You guys climbing up into the cave?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Is it big enough for the bears, or should we leave them outside?
The bears could make it, at least up the cliffside. You don't know if what the cave's like yet, but they can make it up the cliff.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
With the cave.
All right. So you bring your bears up.
Here we do. Turn it back, Joe.
The cave is fairly large. Obviously, it's big enough for the dragon. You can see there are all sorts of scrape marks and things of that nature on the ledge where the dragon has landed multiple times and all that good stuff. Has your map popped yet?
It's
No.
still loading.
It's still loading.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's taking forever. I don't know why. Strange. Well, there it goes.
I see a
It's
corner.
started. There it goes.
So you guys see an entrance in there. It's about 10 feet across. Definitely big enough for the dragon to squeeze through and get into. And you see a lot of claw marks on this ledge. There are also a lot of reptilian humanoid footprints here as well.
How big are the reptilian humanoid?
You wouldn't quite call them huge, but they're larger than your average humanoid.
Do we have an idea of like how many?
At least another 4.
Okay. Well, any thoughts, or do we just continue?
Just continue.
Head into the cave. Don't need torches because you're all dwarves or you have dark vision. Dwarf-like. As you start walking into this cave, you immediately, first thing you notice about it is it's fairly unstable. It tremors often, dust crumbles and falls from the ceiling at regular intervals, and boy, this is taking a long time to pop still again. There's got to be something going on. And there's piles of rubble strewn about. This first room you go into in particular has a very large pile of rubble in the middle of it. Your dwarves, so your stone cunning would tell you, looking around, that somebody has been in here digging. You can see huge claw marks on the sides of this room, and it looks like other smaller tool marks along the sides as well. Somebody's been through here looking for something, and this rubble seems to be a pile of what they've dug up.
Okay. Does this? Can we tell how recent any of this is?
It's pretty fresh.
Okay.
Even maybe this week.
All right. Which way?
Took her left. Oh, actually, can we investigate the rubble?
Yeah, absolutely. Make an investigation check.
I am not the one that should be investigating, guys.
I'll do it if somebody wants to name on that.
Yeah, you
Did
should
it
definitely.
anyways.
Of course I did,
Oh my gosh.
because I did better than Thanik.
No, you didn't. You still roll a 13.
Roll your d10 and subtract it.
Still did better than you.
I'm using my war gong.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
So you start digging around and rolling some of the rubble over, and it seriously just looks like it's the stuff that they dug off the side of the cavern here.
It's currently the two of us.
Which way do we want to go?
Left?
Right, yeah, you can go left or right. And I hear left. So you guys head down the left tunnel, And again, you can see the claw marks where it looks like the dragon has squeezed its way down through here before. Looks like it's come both ways, up and down this passage. And it goes a pretty good ways before it forks.
Do we still see the footprints of the
Yes.
humanoids? We still do see those.
Yep.
Okay.
They're coming up and down through here as well. To the right fork, it looks like it is blocked by another pile of rubble. It looks like maybe the roof has even collapsed here. There's maybe some space to squeeze through it, but you're not entirely certain. And then it goes off to the left as well. It doesn't look like impeded that way at all.
Am I small enough that I'd be able to get through, or no?
You can crawl up there and make an investigation check.
Sure.
Can't do worse than the two of us.
I mean, I can assist you on that if you want, or if it's possible that I
Yeah,
can.
I don't think you can help him with this one.
Just
Snoop
keep
on your
pushing
shoulder.
him.
Okay. Jeffrey, you start to climb up there, and you're just getting to the spot where you're thinking maybe you could squeeze through, and you see two reptilian feet scooching their way backwards towards you.
Poke him with the stick.
Going
Tickle him.
I'm going.
Is it? Oh, now we gotta go back to the gift with the dog and the girl sticking her finger.
I'm going to let him back his way out, and I'm going to. What am I going to use? As he comes out, I would like to, in front of him, out of line of sight of everyone, cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
So that as he goes to crawl out, he sees the pattern and doesn't get sight on.
Okay. So you go ahead. You watch as a small kobold squeezes his way out of this tunnel backwards, and he's mumbling something to himself, and then all of the hypnotic stuff shows up right in front of his face, and he just stops moving. You see his shoulders relax, and like his mouth pops open, and his tongue kind of just slowly like starts to leak out the front of his teeth, and starts to drip drool, and he's just staring right back in that hole where you put the pattern.
Can I throw some manacles on him real quick?
Make a dexterity check. I believe if you manipulate somebody, they start to come out of the pattern, don't they?
I think you have to shake them awake. Give me 1 second.
Put on these bracelets! Put them on!
If they take damage or a creature uses an action to shake them awake.
Okay, well, make a check, because if you fail it really terribly, it will qualify as shaking.
Sounds
As you
good.
grab his arm.
You said just a straight dexterity check?
Sleight of hand if you want, because you probably have some bonuses to that.
Oh, I do.
Jeff, stop shaking!
Oh, Jeff. So you get the first one on no problem, and you're going to put that second one on, and you clamp it, and as soon as you do, the rocks beneath you give way, and you both tumble to the ground, and you hear blah, 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 and this kobold comes tumbling down, and he's like, my hands, oh, what is this? That is, oh no. It kind of just rolls over and looks, hi. When it sees you all looking at it, hi.
Well, Thanak, I'll let you take care of this. You speak its language. Or is it speaking?
I don't.
It's
What is,
speaking broken common. Kobolds speak Draconian.
do they really?
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, if he's speaking in common,
It might be
screw
easier
it.
to get information if
Yeah,
you speak
I'll-
his language,
I'll
though.
speak-
He'll be more comfortable.
yeah, because that's what I'm concerned about.
Totally what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, no, I'll ask him what he's doing here and what's going on with the caves here.
Nothing really, you know, just crawling around.
am going to stop. Jeez. I am going to just very, very, very briefly send him a little psychic image of
Death.
him melting.
Oh. Okay, so look, there's these
I'm
dragons and they got us
like-
digging up some stuff. They totally came in and took over our cave, and I'd really like to stay alive. Please don't melt me.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that.
Oh yeah, that's so great.
um,
Totally that one.
So they came and took over your cave?
Yeah, I thought I just said that. Wait, yeah. Yes, absolutely. I will
So,
clarify.
okay.
Don't
When did
melt it.
they do that?
About 2 weeks ago.
How many?
How many what? Caves?
How many?
Just the one.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna drop my hammer just right in his fingers. Not real hard, but definitely enough to be like, just don't do that. How many dragons?
Most of the time, just the one.
She say anything about what they want, what they're doing?
They're looking for a piece of their master? A bone? I don't know.
Oh, that's not good at all.
Have they said who the bone belongs to?
No, he doesn't talk much in front of us, and the others don't talk at all.
Do
The others?
Yeah, the
Do we
bigger one.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
do we have telepathic bond up currently?
Probably. I don't know. I imagine we probably would have put it up as soon as we walked into the.
Oh, it's up to Tony. Because I know he only gets so many uses of it, so.
No, it's up. It's a ritual. I can cast that as many
Okay.
times as I want.
Oh, okay.
So, is he talking about? Do you think he's maybe talking about?
Cartoon
what's his?
dances.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty. That's what I was.
Thinking originally.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
that would be my guess on that.
Yep. Yep.
Um. Where? Can he give us a? How many kobolds are in here?
There's about. Nah. I can't see my fingers. Can I use yours? He starts looking at your fingers. That many. Plus. He licks your thumb and then your next finger. That many.
I don't know what that means.
12.
You think 12.
I think I'm just concerned about
His maths?
from him. I will make a deal with the kobold.
Good luck uploading this.
Yeah. That if he gives us a map more or less of the cavern of where the dragon is, and if there's a good way to attack, a good way to kind of sneak up on the dragon, that I will let him loose, and I will tell him to go collect all the rest of his kobolds and tell him to get out of this cave.
Okay.
They could also help us.
Make a persuasion check.
I don't know if he'd want to help us.
I
I
think
mean, not
he'd be too
want to,
afraid.
but I don't know if he'd be able to. Yikes.
Yeah. Wait, can I help you with that?
I'm
No.
not trained
No,
in
I
it, so
can't.
I don't know if you can.
No, I can't anyway.
He was like, look, I'd really like to help you, but all I've been doing is stalling. And Mav, you hear a spell being cast behind you guys right now. Please roll initiative.
Boo. How did we not?
Mav's not surprised.
Oh, it's just terrible initiative. I'm glad that they have surprise on you. That guy is from
Teeny tiny little man.
Alright, so this guy is going to come running in, and he is going to think that Jeffrey is the easier target, and he is going to...
You don't get a reaction on a surprise round, do you?
You do not.
Oh.
Actually, all you can take is reactions.
But you can't take it until it's after your turn in the
That's
initiative.
right. That's right. So,
I can react.
Do you have alert?
No, it's already been my turn in the initiative order.
Yes. Jeffrey. Oh no, he doesn't have advantage on you, does he? If you surprise somebody, do you have advantage on them?
No.
No, that's just the
Okay.
rogue thing, I think.
Yep. So there's that. He comes running in, and Jeff, you dodge twice as he swings at you, and he's using a large two-handed sword. And then the kobold is going to, at disadvantage because he is prone and trying to gnaw on Thanok's leg, make a biting attack on Thanok's leg. And that's not going to do so hot for him.
I can take my reaction.
No, because it's not your turn yet.
Oh, I thought he said the kobold.
Oh no, it's been his turn.
But it didn't move.
Oh,
No, but the Dragonborn warrior did.
But it wasn't your
No.
turn when he went.
yeah. So you
I
get
understand
your.
now. No,
Okay.
I'm on board. I get it.
Yeah. So then it's Jeffrey's turn, and then it's Thanok's turn, and then it is the Dragonborn cleric's turn, who casts a spell.
I'm gonna suck it up.
All right.
But I suppose before I do that,
You want to?
we're gonna suck it up. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're just-
It is a.
I am also gonna teleport
Do
over to
your
him.
thing. Do it.
Yeah.
I gotta check what spell this level this is. I believe it's a 5th.
I believe it's a fit.
This is a 6th level spell.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Thanok, you teleport over and whack at him and
Yes.
miss him. It bounces off of his heavy plated armor. That's his turn. So Mav, you're up.
Mav is going to cast a spell. Just I have to read something for it. Not that one. That one. Okay, so I'm going to step right there. And he is going to fire a guiding bolt. He's going to cast it at first level and up. He's going to also use divine precision on this, but he's going to cast it at first level and upcharge it to a 5th level. some of that storage energy. Oh, actually gives him advantage on the roll. So I would not need to use
Okay.
Divine Precision.
Why do you get advantage on the roll?
Because I'm using the stored energy in my body.
Got it.
For an attack spell. Oh, do I want to do that, or do I want to do... Yeah, that's okay. We'll do that. Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna be this. And we're gonna grant attack on him. And then you all... I'm gonna apologize.
I apologize.
He also takes an additional 5 damage, the cleric.
Okay.
Ooh, that is actually a plus an ability. Sorry, I haven't had to do this in a long time.
We can tell.
Hey, nice job, guys.
Excuse me?
Overload.
I had a little too much magical energy coursing through my body.
I forgot to put you guys' 10 hit points up there.
10. Okay, so that is my turn.
Alright. So then that warrior is a little ticked off at how that last go went.
Mike?
Yeah.
May I apply the 10 pin points that these guys should have had from the Inspiring Leader feat I have?
Nope.
Or is that not Okie doke?
So he's going to take 2 cracks at Jeff again. He's going to hit him with that first one. He's using the 2 inside of that. Got that there. He's going to nail Jeffrey for 12. And second swing. It's going to come through. And he's going to get you with that one as well. That one is going to do another 12. That's his turn. Othig.
How did I get 5 wounds?
Mav blew up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we succeeded. Oh, but he's still, yeah.
So you didn't take as much
I
damage.
sucked up more energy
Yeah.
than I expected to.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
I
there's
just now
a
realized what was
minor
going on.
nuclear explosion. Nothing major. Don't worry about it. You did very well for your charisma saving throw.
I beat it by 1. That's all that counts, right?
Yeah.
You can tie it.
Or all that matters. Did I tie it? I thought I was.
No, he beat it by 1.
Cool.
Okay.
Attacking the warrior. That's good. That's not good. That's the recovery. That's number 3. So 2 hits. Two hits! And I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna stay.
Alright, so little buddy here is again going to try. Oh, he doesn't have Thanok here anymore, so he's going to try and bite Mav. Nope. He's just all like rolling around, like snapping, like some fish that's been caught that's trying to bite the guy that caught it. Jeff.
Jeffrey's going to use his bonus action to use Undeniable Logic on the. So he will have disadvantage on his next saving throw. That's the important part. And then I'm going to cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
And I'm going to suggest that he go and pay his respects to Blib 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 down in the river.
All right. Oh dear. What's your spell save DC?
18.
Okay. All right. So, Jeffrey, that's your turn.
And I will tell Thanak, do not hit him. He is
The cleric?
the cleric, please. Do not hit him when he attempts to.
You cut out when he attempts to what?
When he attempts to leave, please don't hit him. He's going to visit his new mistress. Because I would know if the spell took or not, because it's concentration.
Oh, you know if the spell took? Yeah, he is going to wander off. He gets a really weird glassy look on his face. He's like, I don't know why I do that, but I'm going to go talk to the lobster in the river.
Yep. So I will, in our brains, tell Thanak not to attack him.
Okay.
All right. Thanak, make a perception check for me at disadvantage. Everybody else, you hear like this growling rumble from somewhere in the cavern. Yeah, that's not enough to figure out what it's saying.
I mean, like, I don't even know why you asked him.
Because you have a chance to understand what it's saying.
No.
No, you don't. You hear the noise coming, but you can't make out the words. And then the dragon head bursts out of the block of the rubble and snaps at Mav.
Get out of here!
I don't think he's gonna. He doesn't want to.
Do you say it just like that?
Just like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
was really
big.
hoping he was going to snap at the
Snap your
kobold.
fingers too.
Guys, look. Look what it did.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Mav's dead.
Oh
Oh
no.
Oh, crap.
Oh no.
That's a whole lot of damage.
Bye,
It
Mav.
burst forth from the space.
And Mav goes down. But
Bit
that's
Mav's
all
face
it
Did
can
it
do.
eat him? Is he gone?
Because it's just his head. No, he's not gone. But you watch as these jaws just snap around him and thrash him around and then just spit him out and send him flying across the ground. Thanak, you're up.
Well.
I know Othig can't
So-
rage because he's not a barbarian, but Othig is raging.
Mm-hmm.
I am. That changes what I was gonna. Wow.
What the
Wow.
Like, is this for real?
Oh.
Gosh.
It's so violent. I love it. I absolutely
It's so
love it.
violent. What
So
the
he went to
crap?
throw the tree. I'm like, oh, Othig had a tree sword. Instead it hit the
Yeah,
person.
you
And I was
say-
like,
That's so funny. Except mine was sharp and pointy.
well, it's probably a good thing this one wasn't sharp and pointy.
Yeah, so
Much
I don't
different
think it's
gif.
good regardless, but
I'm gonna.
God. Freaking throw a Christmas tree. It's
I'm
I can't
gonna.
stop watching it.
I know.
I've already watched it like 20 times.
I am going to. I am going to hope that rules as written is going to be the key here. I am going to cast telekinesis,
Okay.
and I'm going to lift Mav's body away from him.
Just like dangling the food in front of the
And
dragon.
Bring it
Seriously.
over to me. And since it's forced movement, nobody gets an attack of opportunity.
This is how we will play that.
All right.
Sorry. No, I'm just thinking it through, and I'm like, I just watched this body just float through the air. And no one did anything
Everybody,
about
the
it.
dragon's watching like, I can't eat that.
Everybody's like,
bring
would
this
you
back."
look at that?
Yeah.
The kobold's like,
Where are you taking my chicken?
Yeah.
Bad roughage.
Yeah.
all right. So anything else then?
Yeah. No, that's my that's my
That's my answer to that.
That's my answer to that.
So
No, I want to like kind of get a potion ready, but I can't do it.
So you hear the cleric start saying, "Will dilla blah blah pop, will dilla blah pop, will dilla billow da blah blah da blah blah da blah down in the river," and he just wanders down the hall.
Nice.
Excellent.
Mav, you need to make a death saving throw. That's a success.
Success! That's all it takes.
So then the warrior starts to laugh, and he is going to take 2 more attacks at Jeff. That'll be a hit. For 14. And another hit. For 8. Oh, thanks.
Whoops. Screen on.
I misread this. Thought it said Jeffrey Goodmark status message.
Whoops. I didn't mean to roll the shit. I just rolled my other hit. Okay, 2 more.
He's just missing. So Othig tears into the warrior with 3 solid hits, pushing him into heavily wounded.
Yep.
So the kobold barrel rolls over. You hear him scream, "Crap, bite you! I'm gonna bite you in the leg! I'm gonna get you!"
Oh,
Chew on
he's
you."
not going to do that before I swing. Well, he's going to do it first, but I'm still going to swing it.
Yep, and then he's not gonna hit Jeff. It's just a ferocious little mug.
Rerolled to a 3 and a 7. That's awesome.
Alright,
Great.
Jeff, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to Undeniable Logic Mav and give him some healing. Look, you feel better. Don't do that again.
Don't get surprised by a giant dragon.
Yeah. And then oof. I don't like that the kobold's biting me, so I'm going to Thunder Wave him and the dragon, but I'm going to do it at 4th level. It looks like I'm also attacking myself. No, what is that? Oh, it's Mav.
Don't do that to Mav.
You just
You'll probably kill me.
So it looks like the kobold will succeed.
It does look.
Is that for real?
He
God damn.
rolled really well.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, so you blast some damage into these guys, and I need a d20 luck roll from you.
Okay, the dragon will be pushed 10 feet.
Yep.
Or it might be more than that because I upcast.
Yep. So you do blast the dragon back, and then all of the ceiling over the rubble begins to shift and collapse even further, almost completely blocking that passage off now. You can't even see through it. You do hear the dragon roar on the other side of it, though.
Got him. How is the kobold doesn't look great?
No,
what a
he
jerk.
Is heavily wounded.
All right. Well, I'm going to move over here by Mav.
He's going to try to fight you.
Yeah, I know.
I really wanted to get you too. Because I think it's really funny. No, he doesn't. If he was going to get you, I was going to have him latch onto your foot and drag you around like a little child, but he's just over there snapping around on the ground. Thanak, you're up.
As long as I got this telekinesis rolling.
Are you going to like fling Mav at the dragon? That's not.
No, you're fine.
Jeff missile.
I was.
I was totally thinking it.
I was gonna do a kobold. However, the dragon is gone, so that's not gonna work. I will just simply try to restrain telekinetically the warrior.
Okay.
Basically, just says make a skill check. There, that's what I want to do. And then you make a contesting strength roll.
That is a 5 on the dice, so even with his solid strength, you are going to wrap him up in a telekinetic grasp. So he's
okay.
restrained.
I can move him around up to 30 feet. And while he is held by that, he's considered restrained.
Okay. Nice.
And then on subsequent rounds, you can use the action to attempt to maintain the grip the same way.
Okay.
So does that make sense? So unless I actively do the same thing again, he's restrained.
If you don't hold him again, he gets free.
Yeah.
But
so every
turn,
round, yes, until my turn, he's restrained.
Got it. Mav.
That's on the warrior.
The warrior, yeah.
Mav.
Okay.
Mav. Does restricted mean that he cannot make an attack of opportunity?
No, I think he can.
At
I
It would
actually
be at
don't know.
disadvantage, but I'm pretty sure you still can.
He has the effect. It'll do things.
Okay, well, Mav's going to just kind of step up here. I'll lightly touch him on the shoulder, telling him he's doing a great job.
Oh, no.
And that he should keep it up. And I don't know. Oh, because he's restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And I'm going to use Divine Precision just to add 10 to that. So we can all get some healing. Yeah, we need some healing in this group.
That's true.
And then I'm going to unleash a little bit of necrotic damage.
Oh. You go up and he's trying to get away from you, and he's moving his arms, and he's trying to get his face away from you, and you're like, no, come here. let me touch your face.
It'll be okay.
And then he just kind of like withers up and dies. And the kobold's like, okay. And he starts to try and roll up the rubble. Oh, Dig, you're up.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh, no.
jeez. Well, 2.
How long has it been since we were out by Lobster?
Hey,
Maybe half hour or so?
Okay. I'd like to let her know that a friend is coming with our telepathic bond.
Okay. She says, here it comes!
it's excellent.
Can we take a couple minutes for some healing kit action?
Healing!
That is up to you. You hear her in the telepathic bond giggling and laughing, and she's like, "Oh, there goes his head."
That makes me so happy. I've never actually successfully suggested somebody to do something before.
It's such a wonky spell. When it works out well for you and your DM is in a playful mood, it's really wonderful.
Awesome.
It's one of those things where, like, a smart creature will try to find ways to get around it, but, like, there's no way of getting around walking down the hall and visiting Bill Diddleplop.
Yeah, there's no downside that you know of.
So yeah, you guys, Mav busts out his healer's kit. He whips some healing out really quick. And what do you guys want to do?
Go find that dragon unless it tried to get away.
Yeah.
Well, I think if it tried to at least have it left out the front, Miss Bill would have let us know. So if it did try to get away, it probably took a different route.
Yeah, did the kobolds say he's trying to find like that bone or whatever for them? That's why they're digging and excavating and whatever here?
That is what he said.
Okay, so I don't know, maybe we should just keep going then? Or we should let her know, like, if the dragon comes past you, let us know, sort of thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys...
And we can't go forward because the landslide basically is solid now?
That way does seem to be very blocked now.
Okay.
Both Mav and I have the ability to step.
I mean, I have telekinesis for 10 minutes, and each round I can lift something that's up to 1,000 pounds.
Oh.
So if we legitimately need to get through that, I might be able to do something.
You do believe
what if we illegitimately need?
You could probably haul through it enough so that the boys would be able to see where they want a dimension door to, unless it collapses further. Because there is a chance that you're just basically working against the mountain coming down through this hole.
Right. Yeah.
It might be easier to see like which way he went by following his tracks if we can just go right through them.
Well, I think with dimension doors, you have to see where you're going.
No, I just have to know of a position within 500 feet.
Yeah, but you don't know what the cave looks like on the other side of there. So
I might go inside a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant by that. That you need to.
If you were able to make a hole that you could see through real quick, then you could easily dimension door through it.
And we have enough to bring all four of us over there?
Yeah, you both, Mav and Jeff, can do it. So.
Okay.
I would need some assistance.
In what way?
Someone needs to cast a spell on me.
I can do that, but they are 5th level.
I got a 5th level spot open.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little bit higher than I wanted.
That's what I mean. I can only do 5th level spells.
I was looking for like Jeffrey to burn a 1st level spell or something on me.
Did you just say you can only cast 5th level spells?
He's a warlock.
Yes.
Oh.
I am a weave warlock.
Well, I don't know that I had picked up on that yet. All right, that's fun.
I mentioned it last week.
Probably. It's been a long
week. When I smote the ruin upon the mountain.
It's true, he did.
Yeah. I'll burn a healing word on you then, Mav.
I suck it up.
Alright. Sounds good. So now you guys can go through your plan. Danak, try to make a luck check to see if you can force this open without collapsing the mountain further down.
The word has to be done as the last thing because I don't have any 1st levels open. So he'll cast that and then I'll do Dimension Door.
So Danak is able to get the passage open. You guys can see through it just a little bit. And as he does, You get enough time to see through, so you know where you're going. But then the hole that Thanak makes collapses again. That patch of ground is definitely not stable, but he's able to clear it enough before it collapses, so you know where you're going, and you guys can pop through to the other side.
Pop.
Pop it is.
Pop.
So you pop into a fairly large chamber, since that is what you're doing. And you here.
What the?
Yeah, that guy pop. That debate, by the way, was significantly better than any debate I've seen in the.
What debate?
The debate from Pop. What's the name of that show? Community. It was basically the two of them just repeating their catchphrases back and forth to each other for like 10 minutes.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, the gift that.
That Andy showed.
posted.
Got it.
Yeah.
Why isn't this doing the thing? There it goes. Alright, so you guys come into this room, and let me show you what is going on here. There are, looks like 3 Dragonborn wizards. Oh. Who did we lose?
Oh,
You.
Plus you.
Oh, you lost me?
yeah.
That's really fun. There's another cleric, another warrior, and 3 wizards.
Oh, that's bad.
No,
as
it's not.
well as the dragon, but the wizards are all in a circle. It looks like they are surrounding a large dragon bone, and they are chanting. It looks like they're
Yikes.
casting some sort of spell. And the
Hmm.
dragon sees you guys pop into the room, and he roars in anger, and everybody rushes to attack you. Obviously, they're a little upset.
I mean, they're not happy to see us.
They are
I don't,
not.
why is nobody ever happy to see us except for Bill? Bill the bop the blah blah. She's happy.
You know, the more you hang out with her, you really feel like she's just got a bad breath. Like,
Yeah, I
people
kinda
misunderstand
noticed.
her. Just because she's so weird.
Yeah.
They automatically just assume because you're a creature with the head of a crawfish and the arms, that end in pinchers, that you gotta be evil. But that's really not her MO. She's just kind of there and just doing her own thing.
The beginning parts of that and the end parts of that apply so much to life.
Yeah.
So this
I'm
is
in the middle part too.
the setup.
People just have pinchers and all sorts of weird stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, don't they?
There's all sorts of weird. Well, some.
Your guys' new initiatives are just great.
Yeah.
Oh, did we get new initiative?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
this will
didn't
be
roll.
another fight, so please roll a new initiative.
All right.
I didn't roll yet.
Andy and I rolled.
Heyo!
Oh.
Do we feel as though we've surprised them or no?
I'm gonna say no. They heard you monkeying around with the rocks.
I think there was definitely some surprise, but not the
not
first
not
round
enough
kind.
for the condition. But they're like, they did make it through. Fine.
They're really more surprised at the audacity.
Yeah, it's more of a upsetting sort of surprise. Like,
Yeah.
how dare they? How
Yeah.
could they?
So Jeff,
How-
you're gonna get to go first.
Hey Tony, look at my message.
1 second.
There's no time.
Oh yeah, we got our telepathic bond here going.
Secrets.
Secrets.
I would need to burn a spell slot, but yeah,
It might be worth it.
I was gonna do something.
Oh, look at that. Andy sent me a message too. I don't think we have that much rope.
When did I send you a message?
You didn't send me anything. I was just being funny.
Oh.
All right.
Yes, we need tons of rope.
I'm a little worried, actually.
I really want whatever it is you're gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna move to Mavamine, and I'm gonna Dimension Doris over outside the little circle the wizards are making.
Behind the wizards.
Behind the wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm going to give Mav a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Can I send just him, or do I have to go with him?
You have to go. You have to bring a creature with you.
Goodbye.
Okay, I didn't know if Dimension Door was something I could just like kick him through or something. Because I feel like that would be really freaking cool.
Yeah.
Just
I want to go there.
my tiny halfling butt just Spartas him through a dimension door.
Yep.
Be free. So yeah, that is I'll give you the bardic inspiration, and that is what I'll do.
All right.
Tony, I'm just gonna apologize if we die.
I'm perfectly fine with this. Like, don't feel bad. This
You
is
guys
fun.
do see now that you're close. These wizards, there is a floating and glowing. It looks like a piece of a spinal bone here.
Hope you know what you're doing there, Splody Pants.
I sure hope I know what I'm doing too.
I will relinquish the remainder of my turn to whoever is next.
All right, the warrior is next. He's got his sword up, and he was looking like right at where Jeffrey is, and then Jeffrey's gone, and he looks around real quick, and then runs towards Oath.
Yeah, bring it. Bring it.
You're welcome,
Why does
Jeffrey. I
everybody want
saved
to pick
your
on the
life.
little guy?
All of us are the little guy.
I'm
that's
littler
true.
than
Yeah, you are. The...
I'm the littlest of guys. I am little brother.
And then let's see. Oath, are you gonna make an attack on him?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you get to go for? You go first though, right?
I don't think at this point it matters because nobody's going down this round. So you smack him, he smacks you back.
Smack him good.
It mattered more when you had that glaive,
Disappeared.
right? Your
I mean, I
glaive
can
of
switch
dimensional
to it,
yeeting.
but I got a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
With
you
the-
guys pound it on each other a little bit, and there it is. So
It's like a hockey brawl.
the wizards are all right now going on Dragonborn Wizard number 2's turn, and they continue chanting, and the bone starts to spin in the air.
That's not good.
And then
Just
Suck up whatever
go.
they're doing there, Mav.
the green dragon is going to fly over to here, and he is going to breathe a cone of chlorine gas on you guys. Please make Constitution saving throws. Van I can.
This is at advantage, right?
This is at advantage. It is a poison threat.
It's a good thing.
Thank you guys for doing your job.
Oh my gosh, double tens.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, 18 does happen to be enough.
Yes.
So it's just barely enough. So you are only going to take 26 points of poison damage. That is already quartered.
26, you said?
Oh my gosh.
That hurts. That's rotten.
And then it is the cleric's turn. I need all 4 of you to make a saving throw as he casts a spell.
Can I
Kinda
look up the spell?
You can if you want to.
Can check on the spell first?
He is casting Hold Person at 6th level.
I am definitely sucking that up.
Oh, that's bad news.
Alright, so he goes to get his spell off, and you suck it up. Danak, are you teleporting to him?
I
Do it.
You should totally put that guy down.
Do it.
Alright.
Good job. Proud of you.
So you pop over to him and you take a swing at him, but he is ready for it. Shield blocks it out of the way. Alright, Mav, what are you doing?
Mav would like to go to the center of this circle.
Oh God.
And he would like to attempt to suck up all energy in the area like he learned at the monastery.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
As I said,
how-
Tony, I apologize.
Do you remember how earlier we had a nice little history lesson where
Can I warm my war gong?
You
Oh,
can-
and I have an
don't live
inspiration.
long?
You do have inspiration.
So that would actually be a 14 right now because I have his inspiration.
Okay.
Is it a D8?
It's a D10.
21.
21. Okay, you have temporarily contained this energy. You will not be able to hold it. Depending on what you do in the next round will determine how bad what is about to happen happens. So,
And
it will
then
go
to
off
finish
at
the
the end
turn,
of next round.
Mav just turns and looks at Jeffrey and says, "Run."
Wow.
So the wizards stop casting and look at you, and the bone tumbles to the ground and hits the ground, and the dragon is displeased. It roars.
Displeased.
No. And wizard already took his turn this round. Oathing, you're up.
Can I have my turn?
Pretty much.
Oh, sorry, Than. I didn't mean to skip you. Your teleportation and then the next button screwed me up.
That's fine. Can I dispel Mav?
No, you know from experience that if you hit him with a dispel magic, it is actually just putting more magic
Okay. Can I do it anyways? Alright. I will. Alright, I'll grab Cleric. Gosh. Terrible. Is that 5 over his AC?
again. That is 5 over his AC.
Jeez, terrible. And then. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Holy
Maybe you
cow.
should have cast spell magic on me. It would have been more
Jeez.
helpful.
Dude.
Jeez.
Oh, hey, you actually
Oh,
hit him.
hey,
Oh,
Dude.
look at that.
look at that.
A 20 on a recovery. The swing is so wild, you spin back around and he's laughing and you catch him right in the face.
Yes.
Especially with your elbow.
It's
But,
Dude,
pretty
nice
darn
ball.
good damage, too. So
Uh,
he's all
what was that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now it's
What?
Oathing's turn.
What color are these
Yes.
dragonborn?
They are reds.
All of them.
Yep. Full swing.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
no,
the recovery.
no.
I mean, Jeff could have you re-roll that, too.
I have to be
Yeah.
within 30 feet, I think.
No, never
Okay,
mind.
so that's what happened.
Yeah, because I rolled 2 natural ones and he did
Recovery
nothing.
was fine. And then,
Oh, hey.
well, there you go. Here
Yeah, I'm
you
not close
go.
enough to them.
You're fine.
Rerolled that 1 to a 1? What? Really?
Happened.
Yep.
Okay. Well, and then I'm going to move up here.
Alright, he is going to take an attack of opportunity on you then?
No, he's not.
Why not? Oh, because you're
Mobile.
mobile. Never mind. Gosh, that's such a great feat.
See ya, sucker!
Alright. Jeffrey. Mav is
Jeff-
just oozing magical energy, and it looks bad.
And anything that happens by him right now is also probably going to get sucked up too, isn't it?
You have
Do we know
no
that?
idea what's going to happen. He is
Oh,
a maelstrom of power at the moment.
all right. I'm going to run over. I'm going to grab the bone. I'm going to say, ladies, it's been a pleasure.
I
And
need
then
you
I'm
to make
going
a
to...
strength check. This thing is big. It's twice your size.
Oh. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Like, you should
So I'm going to
still
run
do
over.
it.
I'm going to
Just
run
lasso
over,
it.
and I'm going to hug the bone,
Yeah.
and I'm going to hold my action. How far away is
No.
blip 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 in feet?
Oh.
Oh no.
Tony's gonna die.
You dimension dooring?
I want to, but I want to wait until after the wizard's turn. It doesn't really matter, does it? When I try to do it, does it?
It will not. You can get to Dillaplop.
Hey, lobster lady, I got a present for you. Catch me. And then I just say catch me, and I will cast Dimension Door using my 6th level spell slot.
Please make an Arcana check.
An Arcana check. I don't know how to do that.
Intelligence plus, I'm guessing half proficiency, maybe proficiency.
No, I'm only half proficient in Arcana.
Please get over 12.
No.
Use your.
I don't know what I'm doing that for.
Yeah, you do.
You have a gong.
Use your gong.
That's not what I don't know about. I don't know why I'm rolling an Arcana check.
Go.
Come on.
Tony, as you go to cast this spell, you're starting to put the arcane movements and verbiage into it, and you feel yourself being pulled towards Mav. And your lips begin to pull off of, like,
oh no,
out of place on your face, and you take. Oh my gosh, I rolled so low. On 6d10, you take 21 points of damage. Your spell does not go off, and Mav begins to glow more.
Awesome. Well, that's my turn.
Sorry, buddy.
Sure you don't have more movement?
oh dear.
I have no idea. I don't know.
You do still have movement. You would have taken 10 movement to get to the bone.
I'm not going to take the 3 attacks of opportunity trying to get away. That's literally everything I can do aside from a bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have any ability to add anything to my own stuff. I can only add it to you guys. That's my entire role.
Just starting to look like Jonah Hex.
So, the warrior is going to make a dash for the bone.
I am going to use my bonus action to heal myself a little bit and give myself a saving throw.
He is going to heave it up, and then he is going to action surge and throw it away from this mess that's going on over here.
Wait, so where are we going?
Are you still there?
I'm hugging the bone.
Okay. Make a strength saving check to hang on.
Sure.
Do it.
I was like, where are we going?
Oh my gosh.
That's awful.
That is awful. So you lose it halfway through the toss, and you land about here. It lands on top of you and bounces off you, and it rolls
freaking ow
over here. And you do feel like it didn't get quite as far as it would have gotten with the way this guy gladiator tosses it. You take a little bit of damage from that.
As I hit the ground, I just roll over and go, Jeff Missile.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. It could have been a lot worse. This guy here is this wizard. Wizard number 2 is going to attempt to run for the bone, but as he starts to run, his scales are peeling off and being pulled towards Mav, and he looks like he might be under the effect of a slow spell. 3 is in the same boat.
Oh man. Great.
And then he's going to use his action to dash. So
Can I stab him? Or can I use a reaction as that guy runs away from me?
Yep.
Good. I am going to suggest that he
He
take
visits
the bone to blub 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 blub.
What?
I'm going to suggest that he take the bone to Lobster Lady.
How are you gonna do that?
As he runs past, I can use Warcaster to cast a single target spell on him instead of using a melee attack.
I thought that had to be a cantrip.
Nope.
Oh.
I will double check, but it just says that it needs to target a single creature.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, I also have Warcaster.
Okay. So are you gonna unload on one of those two guys? You do not feel like your suggestion took hold on this fella.
Ah, frick. Okay.
Which
Sorry.
one? The number 2 is the one that was right next to me.
They were both right next to you. They were forming a triangle. So.
You will get that guy. I'm going to use Divine Precision on that. And we're going to cast a 6th level spell.
Oh my god.
Do I feel like I still have energy stored up?
Oh yeah, you still have energy stored up.
Okay, just checking.
Alright, so it is the dragon's turn then. And it is going to take flight, and it is going to snatch that bone up. And it is going to head this way with it in a mad panic. This dragon looks terrified of what's about to happen. It's the cleric's turn. He is going to cast a spell.
I'm going to absorb it.
Oh gosh, Andy!
No, I'm going to see what level it is. What level are we talking?
It's a 5th level spell. It's a whole person.
Do it. Do it.
I think we're going to do it.
Okay.
I mean, unless Othe can do something, or not Othe, Thana can do something about it.
Yeah, I can, but I mean,
You should do something.
You.
No.
You can't interrupt it, though,
You
can
should
you?
do something about it.
Can I?
Let's go, Weavelock.
With what is the spell or thing? If I damage somebody while they're casting a spell, do they take a concentration check?
I believe that's what we talked about.
Okay. Okay, because I have Mage Slayer.
Yep.
So it would be a disadvantage. The concentration check would be a disadvantage.
Okay.
So, where is he?
On the plus side, at least now I know not to cast spells near Mav ever again.
Is that 5 over his AC or just?
That is 5 over his AC.
All right. Not a great roll.
So,
Nothing.
disadvantage on the concentration check. He is going to lose the spell.
All right.
Thanks
Come
to
on.
Disadvantage. Alright. Let's see. Mav, it is your turn. So I need you. Oh, go ahead. What do you want to do?
Well, the dragon took the bone, which is a little bit problematic for me.
Yes.
However, can I use Othig and our telepathic bond for him to relay where the dragon is to me?
That seems legit.
That does seem legit. Make a d20 roll to see if you can get that information fast enough. That's fast enough. So you guys relay the information back. You know the dragon is right on the other side of the wall.
I'm dimension dooring.
Okay.
Oof.
Action. So you're gonna explode. I need you to roll a d6 so that I know how this happens.
How much you are decimated.
That is a 2.
Yep.
So, as the magic inside of you goes off. Now, the way this is going to work is I have a d6 table. 1 to 2 is the effect is everything always hurts you. But there's 1 to 2 is it hurts you in the environment. 3 to 4 hurts you and everyone around you, and 5 to 6 doubly hurts you. So, you cause
Not terrible.
Nope, hurts. You watch as all the stones around you begin to rip and to swing around and spiral all over you and smash up and down, and the entire cavern starts to rip open and starts to collapse. And then a beam of solid magical energy shoots up off of you and bores basically a hole through the cavern into the sky, and you are going to take 10d12 points of damage.
Good
Oh, you're so dead.
Gosh!
Which is
Yours.
58 points of damage.
I'm just unconscious, guys. It's okay.
Holy heck.
I could have survived that had I not taken some.
12?
Dude, what he just did was super dangerous, and he knew it.
Yeah!
I
I'm not
absolutely knew
contesting
what I was
that.
doing.
And
I'm not arguing that at all.
you are going to age 49
as much
years.
damage as you took. Oh,
Wow!
Yep. That
Plus
roll
49.
was not as good for you as how good those D12s came out.
Yeah.
That was a 19, a 10, and a 20.
Okay then.
Yep. And you're unconscious. Thanos.
But the important question: did the environment cause any harm to the dragon?
Yes, the dragon dead?
No, the dragon is not dead. It was hurt by what was going on around it because it was caught in the middle of that. I got to roll damage on
Did
it.
it get bored by a magic
And
screwdriver?
more important, does the bone count as the environment?
No, the bone does not count as the environment. I am going to make a saving throw for him now. He is not holding it at the moment, though. He was knocked away. It was knocked away from him, and it rolls back into the room.
Yes.
It is right there. I meant to drag that out a little bit further. Thanos, you're up.
I will cast telekinesis again on the bone.
Give it
Yes.
to me. Give it here. Bring it here. Bring it here. Let's go. How far can you move it?
I can move it 30 feet.
Bring it here.
Oh man, you guys are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Those
We're
wizards
playing
are all
keep
still
with
there.
the dragon.
Well, the dragon's probably the least of your worries at the moment.
It's right there. I can't bring it to you, Jeff.
That's
I mean,
fine. That's
I
fine.
can move it over there, but I can't get it to.
Put an arrow where you can put it.
You said 30 feet, right?
Yeah. How do I?
Circle.
There.
Oh,
Jeez,
either way.
What is going on?
No,
I don't know. What are you doing?
Put it up one, because I don't necessarily want it right next to that wizard.
Up one.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay. How do I get rid of that thing? What is going on?
You might want to put it up one more, or over a couple, because the other wizard's close to that.
Yeah. Yeah, so put it over one. Put it to the right once.
Okay.
No. Wizard one's in the bottom right. He's the one that still has to go.
Wizard
So what
one.
What are you saying though?
He's
I
saying
don't
put
get
it further
Oh.
away from the guy who's about to
No,
go.
because they all went on your turn, didn't they? They all go on Wizard 2's turn.
No,
Yeah.
they only did that while they were casting the ritual.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's why the other
Oh.
two moved and that one stayed there.
I see what you mean.
So I get what Andy's saying, and I get all that. Like, it needs to be whatever we think his movement speed is away from him. So we should probably move it here.
I can't move it down that far.
That's 30 from where it was.
No, you're right. I can't. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Anything
Am
else?
I still holding on to this thing, or am I letting go?
Hold on to it.
Are you gonna jump on top of it and then you're gonna?
Like a cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paint a shark on it real quick, but we're going out in style.
Okay, that's my turn.
Do you have a bonus action or anything you want to use?
No.
Okay.
Alright. The Dragonborn Wizard. You're not in as much trouble as I thought, because I forgot these guys have no magical spell slots left. He is going to run over here and try to throw himself on this Dragonborn.
How high is the ceiling?
It's like 40 feet.
So I will. I mean, because I can have it high up in the sky as well.
Okay. He's
How am
just
I
gonna
gonna
try
get to it, you monkey?
Stab Jeff then.
Yeah.
How am I gonna
no,
get to it if it's up in the air?
Yeah, you're right. Because that's fine. That's fine.
Alright. Well, then he is going to try to grab it. And he is wrestling with you for it. He's got a 16. He's trying to rip it out of your grasp.
Oh, okay.
Out of your grasp.
Yeah.
Mental grasp. Boom.
Oh,
you
You
got it.
have I was just gonna say you have an inspiration still, so
I don't.
He has a war gong though.
I do have a war gong. War gong.
when did you use your
Goes
inspiration?
to the attacker.
It went away. It only lasts for like 10 minutes.
The status goes unchanged if it's a tie, Andy.
Oh,
That's
does
how
it?
tie. Yep. In contested things, the status remains unchanged.
Yep. So,
So-
alright.
That is interesting. That's like the reverse of all
Mhm.
attacks.
It's the only thing that's reversed.
Okay. Oh, so you're up.
Developers.
All right. Put this cleric away. I hope.
Oh,
Oh, Meg.
man. Come on.
he's hanging in there.
Jeez, man.
Sam.
Jeff.
Okay, in my brain, real quick, I'm going to have a quick little powwow with blub, 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 blub. I really only need either like a confirmation or a declaration from her.
Okay.
I'm going to ask her, would you rather I attempt to bring you a present or attempt to make you a bunch of new followers? But if I do that, I'm going to need some help and hope that she will bless me.
D&D?
I would like a present. Present?
Wrong answer.
I'm going to go jump on it and I'm going to dimension door to her with the bone.
Jump on it.
She's like, oh, a new necklace. And she puts it over her crab head, and her little antenna are sticking out of the top of it. And so she's kind of got like this hermit crab thing going on. But like, she's very excited that she now has this.
Can you teleport? Can you do anything? Go home. Just be gone. Get.
What?
I'm going to white fang her.
But she's
Go get!
she's like, oh, I'll get you back at your old place. And she just watches as she disappears into water, and you just see this like whoosh down the river as she's just racing down the river, and you hear her giggling and laughing as she goes.
Is the cleric still out here in pieces?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so... Oh, frick. I forgot to use my bonus action before I left. Dang it.
So, the warrior, and everybody else they just lose it. They're like, oh no, what do we do? What do we do? And the warrior is going to run back this way. And he is going to Head back towards Othig, but he can't do anything because he had to dash. So Othig, you can smack him if you want.
Yep, definitely gonna smack him.
Alright, then Wizard 2 is going to pull an item out of his pouch, and he's got a bag full of dust, and he starts to dump it around in a circle. And then
Whoa.
3 sees what he's doing and starts to draw ruins in that circle. And then the dragon is just straight angry, and he's coming in here.
Oh.
Sorry, that's me. My computer's being a little janky with the way I dragged it.
No, that's okay. I got really nervous. I was like, what's he doing?
He is going to attempt to bite you.
Yeah.
Which he will not, but then he's
Wow.
going to attempt to claw you twice. What? It's just dropping dice. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you now?
Or match goes to the attacker.
Yes.
You're underneath there you go.
Surprise!
He
It's
should
funny
be
'cause
here.
if
The
you-
clerk should be over one.
Yeah, it's funny because if you
Yeah.
moused over the cleric,
I have no idea
it
what
said
the
the
heck
cleric
just happened.
was
That's
Othig.
so weird.
What did you say, Adam?
If you moused over the cleric, it said the cleric was Othig.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because that's it. Yeah, I love the way that it does that.
That's my hidden magic ability.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay. So then the cleric is going to attempt to cast another spell.
The cleric is?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, you said this. It sounded so exasperated.
I am exasperated.
Yeah.
He is.
Why?
He hasn't cast a spell yet.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why he's exasperated?
Yeah.
I was like, is Mike exasperated or
No,
is the
no, no,
cleric?
the
Oh,
cleric is
come on.
No,
Alright.
I think both.
Okay,
That's a mess.
so you do not get him, and the cleric disappears.
Oh crap!
Man.
Actually, he would probably step over to the warrior and take the warrior with him.
Oh, do we know what kind of spell? he
If
cast?
he did that, then Thanik would get an attack of opportunity.
Yep, he can
No,
take
because
it.
that
No, he
the
already
cat-
used his reaction to try
Oh.
to stop the spell.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, whichever way it would be, he'd either fail the attack or fail the.
so
Yeah.
those
Counter
two guys disappear. Jeff, make a perception check.
Oh.
Jeez.
Me.
Ay, ay, ay.
Jeff, kill the cleric.
Jeff, you watch as a magical gate appears not too far from you, just on the other side of the river. Would you like to hide?
Yeah, I'm short. I was probably in the water with blub 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 blub. I'll just kind of like do that Ace Ventura, like just my nose and eyes above the water thing.
Just hide behind the bone.
So,
The bone's gone.
no, Blub took it.
Oh, she took it? Oh, okay.
Yep, she took it. Jeff, you watch as the cleric and the warrior show up, and you hear the one say, "What about the wizards?" Then the cleric is like, "Screw the wizards. They blundered this whole thing." And they head off into the woods.
They blundered it.
Are they still visible to me at this point?
You could follow them if you want to try and make a stealth check.
No, I just wanted to know if I had visual range on
Not
them.
for long.
on
Once they
my
head
next
off
turn.
into the jungle, they disappear.
Okay, then I will let them go. I am fine by that.
Alright, Mav, make a death saving throw.
Ooh,
They fail.
no bueno.
Oh no.
Bad eye.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't really know what to do here.
Well, kill the dragon.
I mean, the
What
dragon
What
knows
else do
what
you
to
do
do.
when you're fighting a dragon?
I have an idea.
will.
I mean, you better stay put because we're gonna need pincer.
Yeah, I'm moving there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pull Mav.
Are you just gonna slowly pull me towards you?
Yep.
It's like his favorite move. There.
Just gonna kind of drag him by his heels so his head's
My
still banging on
limp
the ground.
corpse is being moved
How
towards
far did you
Force
drag
movement,
him?
man.
30 feet.
Oh crap. Okay.
Alright, so it's the other wizard's turn. They complete their use of their magical powder item and they disappear.
Do they appear outside too?
They do not. Oh, they.
Mike,
Yeah.
I don't. Oh my gosh. I don't remember what we said about it last week. I thought we said that you would let me do this, but I don't remember exactly. Second wind bonus action.
Yeah, that you can still do. You
That
can use
I
that
can
in
do, okay.
combination with your strike.
With the duel.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, because I definitely need to do that. First before we do. I have a feeling I need to do this first before we do. Actually, I can use pincer as well. It's just based off attack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so pincer is definitely going up. So advantage for me and advantage for Thanak.
How long does that advantage last for?
I'm just gonna use it all 4 turns. It lasts like until my next turn.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to attack him this round.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
just
I
have to
know,
use
self-advantage.
Yeah, I was just letting you know if you're using it for both of us to get it. I'm not attacking this round.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still good for me, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna probably use it the next 4 rounds regardless.
Okay.
Because I mean, why?
All right, go ahead, make your attack rolls, Jack. It's getting late.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah.
Mike, this is a great encounter. This has been a lot of fun.
There was a lot going on.
Sorry
man.
for really screwing it up.
No,
didn't.
I'm
You did
glad
fun.
you did it. And that whole thing was set there in case you wanted to risk it. That's why that was happening. There were other
In
ways to
case
stop
I
it, but
wanted to. Of course I want
He
to.
baited you and you took it.
so you wail on the dragon and you move it into heavily wounded. It's hurt pretty bad. Jeff, you're outside.
Well, Jeff, because he didn't know that Mav was being moved, shows up next to where he was.
Oh, whoops. You didn't say anything. He was just by himself.
I had done a lot in that last turn. I wasn't going to risk anything else. I pulled off a lot in that last moment.
You did, which is fine.
So I use my last high-level spell slot, and I Dimension Door back in, and I will use Undeniable Logic to heal Mavamine, and then I'm going to move into this alcove out of line of sight for the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to guess that dragon's real mad at me.
He is.
So yeah,
I'm actually making a perception check for him right now.
Please roll bad.
Please make a stealth check.
Yeah.
Can Nav just faint and lay on the ground like he didn't get healing?
Ooh, that's good.
That's real good. So the dragon does not notice you.
Thank
But you
Jeebus.
see it look over there. You're like, oh. You do that Homer thing where you kind of just blend into the bushes.
Oh, man. And Mav, you will take healing to the tune of 8, my friend. So there's that. And that's definitely going to end my turn before I risk any worse ramifications in my existence.
The dragon is going to attack Othig with a bite in this, and a claw and hit, and a second claw and miss that second claw.
Is that me, Andy?
The dragon looking at you.
Othig is
I am
going
the
to
spike.
be hit for 18 points of damage, but that's the dragon's turn. Mav.
Okay, so Mav.
Oh, boy.
Let's see here. We need to get a little bit closer, I believe.
Oh, Mav,
That's
I
fine.
am really sorry. This is something I should let you know before your turn's up. You have no magical stored energy at all.
I have no magical energy at all.
Correct.
As in, I've used all my spell slots, or I have no stored magic.
You have no spell slots. They are all ticked off.
Everything's gone.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Okay. So, I am slightly less useful
Slightly? Aren't you useless without magic?
You can throw a rock at him.
You can throw Jeff at him.
Yeah.
No, please don't.
2,
Like
3.
throwing a dog a biscuit right now.
Mav is gonna hobble over to Thanek, feeling a little bit tired. He feels very aged.
Dude, your beard's mighty though right now.
Yeah.
And he is going to use the healer feat and give some heals to Thanek because
You already used it on.
no, I didn't because you didn't have enough damage yet. You only had like 8 health taken. I used my divine precision.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then 1, 2.
Alright.
I might have a bonus action, but you can go.
Okay.
Okay.
It would just be a drink a potion. Oh look.
Oh, it's an advantage. That's right. Oh, does it already mark it on me? It is.
Yes. I put it on you.
So you'll hit him.
Is that 5 over?
That's definitely 5 over his AC.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh,
Dude.
I have been waiting
Because the Eldritch Smite.
for a smite.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
And you just wailing on this dragon, and then you just come
Dude!
down.
Dude!
You just swing around after you hit it to the left, you knock it to the right, and it's bringing its head in, and it's about to say something to you, and you're like, no. And
He
you
had
just come straight down on his head.
7 health left.
I
Yeah.
exceeded
Mav just
it.
looks at you and is like, seriously, dude? Like, 10 minutes ago.
You turn his head into paste.
Yeah.
Crush it.
Sorry, that
I
needs
would have
to stay
loved to
around.
have been hitting him, but I had to be dragging you all over this area.
Yeah. And so
That
with
needs to be
that,
immortalized.
the
Oh,
combat has
Guys, we almost lost Mav.
no, Mav almost lost Mav.
To be fair, I was more worried about losing you. And had you all not, like, done stuff with a bone, I was just going to death ward myself and just stand there. Would have been fine. But no, I got dimension door places and chase down dragons and try not to kill
Hey, don't
Jeffrey,
you
who
go
decides to
blaming us
not
right now.
run away,
This is
but jump onto
entirely,
the phone.
this is entirely your fault. Don't you go blaming the rest of us.
so Jeff, as you
Mr.
start to walk back
Scorpion.
into the room, you hear something behind you, you turn around and look, and there's about 11 kobolds standing back there, and they just kind of wave at you and then all run down the hallway screaming.
Oh, I would like to cast Calm Emotions
Nice.
as they attempt to run away, and I would like to make some friends.
They are still running away unafraid. They want nothing to do with anything that has happened to them.
They're like, hey, that one just blew a hole through the ceiling.
Yep.
I was
Didn't
really
kill a
hoping to get
dragon.
us some
That
more
one just
kobold.
obliterated the dragon.
Yeah, I was hoping to get us some more kobold workers, that's all.
He decapitated the dragon with a maul.
I love it.
So,
So, Happy Gilmore moment.
I believe that is a great place.
It's like
Yeah.
you gotta
Good
assume
night.
that the bleeding is probably internal bleeding because you did it with a maul.
Oh, that was so fun. That was awesome.
Excellent.
All right, boys.
All right.
Definitely blew up some blood vessels.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night, guys.